That's not good tasting. That is not good tasting.
Doesn't seem like.
Boy.
But- By the
Don't
way,
know how
I'll
I used to
have
pound back 20 of those a day.
you're in flavor country there, Hootie.
Mm.
Oh wait, you're the blowfish.
Ugh. Ugh. Like eating Hootie's ass after he'd been out with Bronston. Oh, not good. Now my heart feels it too. It speeds you up a little.
Do we have any?
Oh,
do we have
it smells like lemon here. The guy
I wish
sprayed
that
to get rid of it. Hootie don't like the smell of smoke on the tour bus. It fucks up the smell of white pussy.
Oh, I wish we had the spicy potato chips ready to wash that down with. I really do, buddy.
Different guy, faggot.
My bad,
All right. Gonna take you to man on the street right now, but I'll see you at this party, all right? We're gonna rape somebody.
I can't wait, buddy.
Click. Blow. Taking you live now to our man on the street, Barry One Nut Ribs. What up, Barry Ribs?
I got two nuts, by the way, Aaron.
I just
Two.
tasted cigarette.
Two healthy nuts. Yo, Aaron,
Hey,
this is
buddy.
Barry Ribs, senior citizen correspondent, back from vacation
Who
for
agreed
an
on that
In-Hot
title?
Water show,
What?
starring Aaron Berg and Gino
does it
Bisconte.
sound? Is that mine?
Aaron, I got a question for
You
you.
sound weird today.
Do you believe in doppelgangers?
I do. That's
Yo,
German for twin.
yo, me and my producer, Amish intern Bobby Tamburo.
You don't need to give everyone these
We're
titles. I did
we're
not
scanning
give you
around
permission
here.
to do these
Scan
titles.
around, Bobby.
He's doing a lot of
Yo.
improving lately.
I kid you not. Who does that look like right over there? Who does that look like? Look at that. Yo.
Bill Schultz.
That is Bill
Yo.
Schultz. That's Bill
Can
Schultz.
you believe in our search, we found a dude that looks like, as you call, who is Bill Schultz, Aaron?
He does a show at Compound Media called Morning.
They're still doing that?
Is that right?
Yeah. He just woke up. He
Yo.
was sleeping.
Yo, Aaron,
Yeah.
the only thing I know about this Schultz dude, he's Kevin Brennan's best friend. Is that correct?
I don't follow the drama that's going
Gotcha.
on.
I gotcha. Yo, how you doing, young man?
Norman Mailer. Oh my God, I didn't know you were still alive. Holy
You
shit.
know who that is, Barry?
This is amazing.
Yo.
Oh, the naked and the dead. That's like Gino's girls. All of them.
Yo,
I love that book.
if I can get a question in here, young man.
Yeah, thank you for calling me young.
Has anybody ever told you, according to our star Aaron Berg, that you look like a dude named Bill Schultz? Are you familiar with a Bill Schultz?
I'm a big Compound fan, but what is he, a new guy?
Yo, I just started 2 weeks ago on Barry Ribs' Man on the Street. And
I got you, Norman. We don't want people to know, but no,
And-
you are a great author, dude.
and my balls are fucking melting out in this New York City sun.
I don't
So
remember that title.
so so are you Bill Schultz by chance? Because
No, my name is Aaron Moran. I was in Happy Days.
She's dead, Bill.
got you.
Yeah.
Got Aaron.
It's
Hey,
been a rough
Barry,
decade.
quick question from the booth.
Yes, I got a question for you. Go ahead.
Are you having trouble finding good host people because Luke's not there?
Now, we thought, I guess you're not enjoying this bit, if you will.
I mean, I could tell you put thought to it, and that's
I blame
kind of the enemy
myself.
of humor.
But at least
for
I'm
us.
not Bill Schultz.
Say it again, because this dude here was talking
It
over
doesn't
you.
seem genuine
Mr.
at
Berg.
all. There's
I'm a
not
lady.
one
It's
iota
not
of
organic.
genuine
It
funny
seems
to it.
seems contrived.
Thank
Did he
God you
freeze?
paused. All right, we're gonna go back to Hootie for a minute, and let's see if we can get him to ask Bronston some questions. Hey, G,
Hey, buddy.
it's me, Blowfish.
Want me to? Hey, Blowfish. Want me to get Bronston?
I need some cough medicine or something.
Right,
I
you
hadn't had a
shouldn't have
cigarette
that
in quite some
cigarette.
time, and it's boy, it's strong. You ever smoke a cigarette?
No, I'm not good at cigarettes. I am up to three. My weekly 3 cigars were every day. I'm doing about 3 a day. It's great.
It's gross. You know I'm a
Yeah.
mulatto blowfish.
No, I did not understand.
All
I did
right,
not
well,
realize
we have an
that.
ad read now, a new sponsor. You ready to read it for us?
Oh, I cannot wait.
Bingo bango.
Too big. So much goes into who I am and H. Is there music? Thank you. I'm gonna tell you, this doesn't look photoshopped. People often say to me, Gene, when you're walking on the beach, how do you keep the weight off? And I say, man dick, filthy, filthy hobo man dick. That's why so much goes into who I am, and HIV meds is a part of it. Ask your doctor about Dovato. When you come in stumbling drunk, covered in male semen, ask him about Dovato, because it can help you reach and then stay undetectable. Let's say that you're at the YMCA trying to get laid with a guy that looks like this. But then you're going to want to use your Dovato. It's once.
My grandson is out of town. Fucking loser. Welcome to the High Water Show. Hi-yo. Yo, welcome to In Hot Water, boys and girls. On this week's episode, 2 live studio reads. Another porn star thinks we care what we say with girl drops in. Scroll it down again, boys.
Oh.
Oh, what a week. Where have we been? Thank you for giving the old lady the week off, even though it wasn't a week off. It really was not. It was, I streamed on Wednesday. I streamed on Thursday. Me and Keanu came to you live on Friday from the Drinking Bros podcast.
You helped put up the chuppah?
I put up a chuppah. Actually, you know what? How is it a week off? I did fucking, whatchamacallit, don't help me with this, Grillo, 5 shows. I did Grillo Wednesday, Ross Patterson Sports Show Thursday. Me and you did Drinking Brothers Friday. Saturday, I did bonus loads. Sunday, I did, what did we do Sunday? Didn't I do something
Today
Sunday?
is Monday.
Oh, no. Sunday, I did bonus loads. And then Sunday night, I sniped Kevin Brennan after leaving. Like, what do you get? Oh, and let me tell you, what a show we've got today. Because not only do we have a guy, Alan Levy, who will be on in 20 minutes. Thank God he's a patient man. Let me take this fucking down, but I'm glad I left it up so I could bitch. Boom. I spent an hour today with YouTube. I'll get to that in a second. But first, let me point out that, again, you get tired of being right, that the truth always wins, okay? And I love when people used to say, oh, you want to die in this hill? Again, if you don't get that stupid people think you're stupid, and the more they let you get, my mother never let me get away with being stupid. She would call me out on being stupid all the time. So when Pat Dixon fucking ODs on Adderall, breaks my jaw, and everyone's like, he's a cowboy. I love the shit he did. Well, he's like, you know what he thinks? I'm a cowboy. I love the shit I did, as evidenced by apparently a week ago. He's like, I think Gene should just let it go. I'd love to shake his hand. Yeah, be in the same room with me. Be in the same room with me. And I'm sorry. Maybe he'll kick my ass. I don't know. I don't care. But again, that's what happens when you let people get away with stuff. And then they're like, well, I'm a cowboy. Well, now cowboy can't eat beef jerky because his teeth are falling out. Let's do another one. We'll go right. Okay. Kevin Brennan wants to sit there and talk all this tough shit. But when he put me on, I'm like, this is what you want? Let's go over the things he said about me. You got Bisconti. No, if anyone ever got Bisconti, it was Chad. We'll get to him. Again, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you're lucky, but this has a lot to do with free speech. So please stay with me. And again, I'm flying blind. These are my cheaters. I can't find my good glasses. I'm an idiot. So Kevin Brennan is always like, oh, Gino fucking no. Daddy doesn't get anyone fired. Why is it no one has the receipts of all the times I get on stage and scream the N-word? Because I don't. Why is it no one has the receipts of everyone I got fired? Because I didn't. Why is it everyone believes the liars? And the more you believe the liars, you know what they do, Keanu?
What do? Lie?
They lie. They lie, and they think, not only do they lie, but they form their opinions based on things they should or know are lies. So let's say that I go on a stream yesterday, Keanu, and what do I always do? Don't I always talk over people, according to Kevin Brennan?
Yesterday you were quiet as a church mouse.
It seems like right now, Chad, who owned me, he must have thought it was 100 years earlier, and I was one of those words he used.
He was weaponizing. Very PR response.
And he sat there, and I love all the people that are like, Chad won that. Oh, sorry, babe, I didn't see him.
What people saying that?
Oh, just the people that hate? And I love it. So for some reason, even though I always talk over people, I sat there looking at Chad in disbelief. Now, what Chad even now says he did is like, well, I cut Gino off before he could do it. No, I never scream that word hatefully anywhere. You can go, and I'm sure people like, I've got text, look around. I'm begging you, because the clips that Chad thought existed didn't, but that gave him all the ammo that dummy needed to speak in the most hateful, racist, homophobic, misogynistic terms. And I love that the Dabbleverse, a lot of them are still like, I got your back, Chad. I think it was funny. Okay.
On National Women's Day.
National Women's Day.
Just because you're unfunny doesn't make my domestic abuse some sort of funny joke.
Yep.
It's not. It just doesn't.
And I love that. Well, Keanu, I don't know if you know this, Keanu.
Like, was he trying to be edgy? Were you like being an edgelord? No, you're just a fucking creep misogynist that thinks it's like, maybe you were going for a joke, but because you're so unfunny, Chad, you want to call me an open micer? I don't think he's going to be allowed even in an open mic. My God, we made such a fool of himself.
He did.
It's awful. He's like, I was at a block party. Okay, well, maybe drink one less bottle of vodka next time you're at your block party, freak.
I think he said cock party.
Yes.
Because he's gay. Now, if you don't get how fucking fulfilling it is to watch
all those girls I had sex with, it was so gross.
You don't get how edifying it is.
I'm rusty.
You and me both. You were talking for 3 minutes doing exactly what I told you to do. And since I can't see, I'm talking over you. And I say, put yourself on so I don't talk over you. And anyway, you don't understand how edifying it is, how gratifying it is to have a Chad do exactly what you knew he would do. So Chad's like, well, this is what Gino does. It's not. Well, we're going to find it. Look away.
He also said that he could have squashed it. There would be nothing to be squashed if he said, yeah, I'm an idiot. I lied. I made up a lie, and that's that. Did he do that? No, he didn't.
He would have to be more specific if he said I made up a lie. And for those of you who don't know that Chad is gay and is always trying to get the attention of men. Like, you can go back and look at the lie.
1, 2, and...
all those girls I had sex with, it was so gross.
If you don't get, and again, I don't care that Chad's gay. I have a problem that Chad is either gay and hates himself for it. I have a problem that Chad is straight or that Chad is straight and hate gays, or worse of all, that Chad is straight, doesn't hate gays, but he's such a bad comedian. That's how he talks. And it's most likely a combination of the three, mostly the third one. But what I'm saying about Chad is when he goes on and he just keeps lying. And I don't know if you know this, another one, I talk over people, yet I let him scream that as much as he wants. My wife, Keanu, is a victim. He opens up his stream today, doesn't take any responsibility for his actions, doesn't apologize, which is all Chad had to do. All Chad had to do was apologize for, and as I was saying earlier, trying so badly to get the affection and attention of real comedians like Kevin Brennan and Bob Levy. That he's like, one knew who the mole was? It was Gina. Even though that makes no sense. Watch this. You want to see Chad fucking avoid the truth again? Chad, I looked up my phone records from that exact date. So here's the thing. I have no calls to you or Ken Mosca or fucking the dead guy Ski Mask. So Chad, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wager $1,000 that you cannot fucking produce your phone records, which show me calling you. And it'll be like, oh, it's a different number. Produce the phone record and we'll call every number that called you at that time, because most of them will probably be gay chat lines. So Chad, you lose again because I have the receipts. I didn't do it. And how did Chad try to get around it? It's so over. Just he can't let things go. No, Chad. It's like when you get a cock in your hand and it's going to your mouth. You can't let it go, Chad. Because just like that cock in your mouth, I'm savoring you eating a proverbial dick right now. So do you get it, Chad? And you can keep like, oh, and then you get guys. I love it. This guy, Kish. He literally, he's like, I'm on Team Chad. Good. That's how dumb they are. Oh, and you're not going to believe who else said it, Keanu. Doomspayer.
Oh, no.
What don't you get about the importance of free speech? And our boy is here, so let me lead in. Thank you for letting me do that. Let me lead in with what's going on with my free speech, and then we'll get to the patient Alan Levy. Thanks for letting us. Oh, he's early. Oh, great. So actually, yeah, you know what? Ladies and gentlemen, I was listening, once again, I cannot stress enough, my buddy Anthony Cumia, who I was chatting with yesterday, making fun of Chad. I say all the time, I listen to his WABC radio show on Monday morning on double speed to get all my cheat sheet info from New York. And like, because the universe provides, like, we're talking to Alan Levy today. I'm like, are you fucking with me? Ladies and gentlemen, so am I. And I don't know if that's the same questions Anthony does, but I'm going to do one of his jokes. Ladies and gentlemen, from New Jersey, a conservative and a gentleman, Alan Levy, everyone. How are you, buddy?
How you doing?
I'm great. How are you, man? I'm going to make you a little. What's that?
I did it.
Oh, thank you, baby. How are you, buddy?
I'm well, and yourself?
Oh, well, fantastic. Now, let me explain how this show works, because you're used to doing Anthony's show, and he's a professional. What I do is I sit in front of my couch, because I used to work for Anthony, being a student, I'm spoiled, and I have people come on who are smarter and have a lot more to say than me, and while they're talking intelligently, I shoehorn in 8th grade jokes. So my lead-in for you, and please feel free, the best I can understand, because it's so much legal stuff, and I lose my mind over free speech, because this is what's going on with me, Alan. I during COVID, I was a very vocal, anti-vax, not anti-vaxxer. That's a made-up word to make us hate each other. But I did my own research. I was big on vitamin D. I had stickers that said COVID is the flu. Long story short, YouTube didn't like that, right? So here's what YouTube did. They shut me down. And after 6, 7, 8, might have been a year. After a year of them shutting me down for 3 strikes, they people with I had like 4,000 subs. People with millions of subs bitched, and they had to say we were wrong, especially after one of the women that was in charge of shutting down accounts died of myocarditis. But at any rate, not important. They banned me, and finally, when they were willing to let people back in, I could have just said, "Let me in," because I'm such a nobody. You know what I mean? But because they love jerking you around, 6 months ago, they're like, "You're back." They have yet to remonetize me. So today I'm on chat with them for an hour. They're like, well, it usually takes a month. I said, when did this start? They're like, in October. I'm like, that's 6 months. They're like, well, we'll get back to you within 24 hours. And I'm like, and I said, respectfully, you're jerking me around, because that's what goes on with these people. Like, no, we're going to let you go. Now, that's just a little on me and my YouTube. But speaking of getting jerked around, what are the wonderful people of Facebook, and in a much larger capacity, the state of New Jersey? Glad I got out of there, and I'm in a shittier place. What are they doing to you, Alan?
Well, first of all, we don't have actually any dispute with Facebook or Meta, the company itself.
Okay.
Our dispute is actually with the Democratic Party political machine of the city in which my wife and I live in, Rahway, New Jersey. And they run there is a Facebook group called Rahway Community Voice, has about 20,000 members on it. It holds itself out as the public square for the city of Rahway. Come discuss social issues. Come discuss, people complain about parking downtown. People can say, where can I get the best slice of pizza? And they say in the rules, we also allow political discussion. But don't believe what they said was don't bash or don't campaign here, which is fine. Although you could get into some vague terminology, but essentially it's the public square. And my wife and I have an interesting story. I am a registered Republican. I am a member of the Union County, New Jersey Republican Committee. I was a Federalist in law school, all that conservative stuff. My wife is a staunch Democrat. Her mother was a delegate of the 72 Democratic National Convention. She's been a
We're
Democrat.
kind of like that. Hi,
Yeah,
I'm
we're
Keanu,
pretty
by
much
the way.
like that. And when you watch this, do you guys go vote or do you just stay home because you cancel each other out?
Anthony
did that joke last night. I stole it. But I laughed. I'm like, God, this guy's good.
Oh,
but go on, Alan. I'm sorry.
He's going to have to do a Jocktober bit, maybe. And
making fun of me stealing his stuff.
Well,
he is.
I told Anthony I was a fan of O&A for 25 years ago. Helped get me through law school. Those guys, it was a great show. And but I was really honored to be on Anthony's show. He was just
he's great.
He's a great comedian. Somebody I really love listening to. In any event, so we have a mixed marriage, and but the one thing we do agree on is free speech and the right to engage in political discourse and dissent and criticism.
Me and the wife haven't had political discourse in a week. Am I right?
Boo.
Thanks again. See, that's what I do. He said political discourse, and I implied intercourse, sex. Anyway, political discourse. Right now he's going, God, I miss Anthony. Go on, buddy.
No, I'm having a good time. So anyway, my wife, for example, 2 years ago, she primaried one of the Democratic council people, got 31% of the vote against the machine. I love you, Lisa. I'm very proud of you. And just so you know, Rahway is a very Democratic city, 75-80% Democrat.
Isn't most of New Jersey when they're not stealing elections like they did? But that's a whole nother conversation. Go on.
Here's the article, by the way.
To be fair, I don't think they have to steal an election in Rahway with with 75-80% Democrats. I think they're doing okay. But in any event, so she's critical of the Democratic Party, especially the Democratic Party machine, and that's why she primaried them. So anyway, we were both very active on this community Facebook group that holds itself out as a public square. We always followed the rules. We didn't engage in any kind of spamming. We never cursed people out. We always, because if you're political, you want to convince people. And the lunatic who says F this, F that, they're or spamming
Don't
people.
talk about my husband like that.
Well, maybe he'd be more persuasive if he lowered take it down from an 11.
Thank you.
Yes.
So we followed the rules, but the problem was, this might be a coincidence. One of the admins was the chairman of the Rahway Democratic Party campaign committee, the same committee who running the campaign of my wife's opponent, the incumbent councilwoman. So right before the general election, and she would get posts taken down that had nothing to do with her campaign. New Jersey just changed their ballot structure in 2024, and she had posted the Secretary of State's new notice about they took it down, said, oh, this is political, we're taking it down, and suspended her for like 2 months until the primary election was over.
Correct me, I'm confused though. Isn't that the point? You're allowed to talk about politics in there. It's supposed to be.
Well, you're allowed to talk about politics unless they feel it bashes or supports people they don't like.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's a problem.
There might be the guy who did it, the chairman of the Rahway Democratic Campaign Committee, might have had a problem with my wife primarying one of his candidates.
Now,
okay. Well, there you go.
Now I'll swing it back to the right side, and that means two things. It means Republican and correct side. Like, don't you find this is what I talked about with YouTube? This is what went on. This is what goes on in the Democratic messaging, where they're like, no, we're free speech until you disagree with us. Oh, no. Trump's a fascist, even though he's removing, he's reducing the power of the government and giving it back to the states. Even though they're like, Trump came out with the vaccine, but it was Biden who mandated it. That's what the left does. They try and reinvent words to change the messaging. And when they can't do that, they shut you down. Well, is that what you would say, Alan?
And I want to get to that point because I consider myself very pro-vaccine, and I look at the example of Dr. Jay Bhattacharya, who got shut down. This guy's a renowned Stanford scientist. He's never anti-vax, very pro-medical science person. And they shut him down because he was debating the issue of the mandates and the lockdowns and the vaccination public messaging. And that's the scientific method, is to actually have that debate over and over and over again.
Yep.
And to go back to my issue, where in the political realm, the whole point is to disagree. The whole point about an issue involving the repair of sidewalks and local politics. We're not talking about like immigration or abortion. We're just talking about like the library funding or, public policy for our school budgets, those types of questions. And clearly the machine of Rawway doesn't like people to question that, whether you're doing it from the left or the right. And that's why what's so amazing is how they did it to both my wife and I. But in any event, they threw us off, banned us, no reason given, about 6 weeks before the general election in 2024. And New Jersey is what's called a pruned district or pruned jurisdiction. And what that means is that privately owned venues that hold themselves out as public squares do have an obligation to provide some minimal free speech protections, in that they cannot engage in viewpoint discrimination. And what that means is, and in 1980, when Pruneyard was handed down, at that point, what they said was the public squares of downtown cities, those days are over, where you could put a soapbox down and hand out literature and scream about your political issue.
Really? Because Gino still does that every day.
What's
Just
that?
Gets on the street on his soapbox and screams.
But where does he do it? And what the
Closest I come to soap or box. Anyway,
the people aren't downtown anymore. Where are they in 1980? They're at the mall.
Yeah.
So what the court said is, all right, malls, and people would hand out literature at malls and they try to get petitions and whatnot. What the court said was a mall can't say, oh, your Democrats will let you do that, but not Republicans. Or
Sure.
You're pro-life, will let you do that, but not pro-choice. You can't pick and choose which speech you ban and which you allow. And New Jersey is one of those Pruneyard Doctrine states. And they've held it applies to malls. They've held it applies to private college campuses. They've held it applies to homeowners associations. And when the homeowners association board would try to ban anyone running for the homeowner association board from knocking on doors and saying, hey, vote for me. Now, what they can do is they can imply time, manner, place restrictions, which are reasonable. Like you can't use a bullhorn at 2 a.m. in a residential neighborhood. Not that that's going to win you votes anyway. But the important thing is you can't engage in that viewpoint discrimination if you're holding out your venue in a public square. And those were brick and mortar venues. And what we're seeing now is in 1980, where were the people? They were at the malls. You've been to a mall lately? No one's there. Where are the people today? They're online. They're on the Facebook groups. They're in social media groups. That's where you can find the people. And if you ban people from them, then you prevent people from even communicating with the public, with voters, with constituents. And that's the point. That's why they ban us for that.
Oh, without a doubt. And it's not just, it's everyone. That's where 99% of people just go online now. And don't get me wrong, the evil overlords, and you said it yourself, they're lizards and they live underground, Alan. They're the ones that want us online, staying home, thinking we're making a difference when we fill out a petition. When, and they love that because let's say that you peacefully protest and go outside on January 6th, then they hunt down the highest people and the lowest people just to terrify everyone and shut down free speech. So let's just keep them all online and then try and shut people like you and your wife down because no one will do anything. It's online. Bullshit. Go on, Alan.
Well, again, where people disagree online, you know what? It's where people want to be and discuss things. Hey, I always say Twitter's the fastest news source. May not be the best.
I'll say.
It's the fastest. So when they threw us off, we filed suit against them. And that's when things kind of went off the rails because the person who did it, and there were 3 admins, The one who did it was the chairman of the Democratic Campaign Committee, obviously. And he hired or retained the same law firm that represents the city of Rahway municipality, a firm called Redone, Coughlin, and Mincello, one of the most politically connected and powerful firms in the state. In fact, Coughlin is the Speaker of the New Jersey Assembly. So you do the math on, how that. Do you remember maybe about a year ago, guy was kicked out of an Edison, New Jersey meeting for waving a little American flag and holding up a pocket constitution?
Really?
Same law firm, so they have a history of supporting the restriction of free speech in municipal settings, which is really unfortunate. And we thought, wow, what a conflict. They're representing the guy who is trying to prevent us from speaking about municipal issues while they get rich off our taxpayer dollars, representing the same city we're not allowed to criticize.
Sure.
Anyway, they filed a motion to dismiss and they lost. The court said, you know what? Alan and his wife have set up a prima facie case that they engaged in viewpoint discrimination. Great.
Yeah.
At that point, the other two defendants reached out to me and we settled the case.
All right. Well, it was great having, watch this.
Exactly.
Great having you on. I guess that's the end of the story, Alan, right? Wait, no.
And so the terms, they said, we sat down with them and said, hey, he agreed, hey, this Tom O'Reilly, the chairman, he had no reason to kick you off. You violated none of the rules. We'll put you back on. Great. Case is settled. That's when things really went off the rails, because a couple days later, I get a notification from the same law firm.
He tells a good stories. Like, that's when things went off the rails. All right. And then fix it. Yeah. Then they really go off the rails. We'll be back. I'm kidding. Go on, Alan. Thanks for putting up with this. You're great. I love it.
Oh, no, I love you. I love the show. And so that's.
We love Lainey. Lainey's like, and let me say this. Lainey's great. And I was running around with the wedding, and she's like, are you even? I'm like, put him on Monday. I'm so sorry. I almost blew this. Go on, buddy. Thank you, Lainey. Go on.
Lainey is wonderful, and she's been working with me with publications and whatnot.
So things really went off the rails. Go on.
Really went off the rails because I get this notice. Oh, we represent them now. Like, what about the settlement we have? Like, are they going for? Well, I don't have to notify my clients. I don't have to forward your settlement communications to them, which is a brazen violation of attorney ethics rules. If somebody makes you a settlement offer, even if it's a nonsense settlement offer, it's terrible. You still have to communicate it because it's up to the client to make that decision. So they clearly took over the representation in order to torpedo the settlement. Which is something the ACLU recently said and I saw you posted a picture of the article where the ACLU interviewed on our
and they just got involved, right? I remember Lainey telling me that. Am I right?
And so, yes, what happened here is a second lawsuit gets filed. We objected to the conflict of interest of this law firm representing all three of them, and we lost on that objection, which is fine. It's a high standard. I don't want to get into the reasoning, but fine. Now, one of the things they could have done, because I assumed, all right, this is a very hyper-aggressive firm, that they're probably going to try to seek sanctions or something against us. They didn't do that. Instead, they filed a counter lawsuit, a counterclaim against my wife and I for a 7th century English common law claim called malicious abuse of process.
That's what I thought they were going to do. Me and Kiana, see, I told you.
I said it first. I said they were going to do.
You weren't even alive like I was when they had that countersuit. Go on.
Actually,
yes.
Albert Breer texted it to us
So
as
they're
well.
saying that my objection to their conflict of interest was a perversion of justice, and that therefore they could be entitled to damages. Mind you, I didn't sue them for damages. I just sued them on a constitutional question. And to try to get back onto into
Constitution. What the hell is that? That's a thing? Yeah, go
on. So fortunately, New Jersey has what's called an anti-slap statute, which means if somebody sues you for something you did, free speech or petitioning the government, you can seek to have it dismissed, and if it's granted, you get your attorney's fees paid for. And which is a very big deal in America, because the American rule is you generally pay your
court costs. Which and on a side note, like I'm surprised that's not more common. Like I feel like that should be. And I know nothing. Like I don't even sue people when I should.
Say.
Yeah, you didn't have to agree that quickly, but you would think that's more of a. Did he? You would think that should be every case. If someone sues you. And you're like, that's bullshit. And you win. It's like, now pay my attorney fees. At any rate, I'm just venting. Go on, Alan.
No problem. So in any event, they filed this counterclaim against us. We filed an anti-SLAPP, and it was denied by the same judge. And so fortunately, there's a right of appeal immediately. And that's where we're standing right now. We're in the appeal. We've briefed the issue. And last Monday, the ACLU of New Jersey filed an amicus brief on our behalf to say that, basically that the countersuit was a violation of our constitutional rights. They're seeking to punish us for engaging in free speech and engaging in political criticism. So that's where we are right now. And I'm really honored that the ACLU has stepped in on our behalf.
That seems like a big deal to me. And again, very generic. I will tell you, I know less than I even think I know about this. But that seems like, a neutral party saying, like, this is like, to quote, this is bullshit, and they're like, they're saying you can't do this. And I would think that gives you a lot of gravitas in this. Now, what's the end game? Just to get reinstated? Are you trying to get a little cashish out of this? What are you trying to do?
The end game is right now. There's two lawsuits. Right now there's our original one, and then there is our their countersuit, which we're trying to get dismissed. And again, and just what I said earlier regarding their failure to communicate settlement agreements. What we're alleging is that there is an ethical obligation to communicate those settlement agreements, and that there is an ethical obligation to represent all your parties. If you have multiple defendants or multiple parties, that you have to represent them with a duty of loyalty. And what we've raised is that there is potential that those ethical rules are essentially at issue. And those are some of the reasons why, for example, those are the criticisms we raised in our lawsuit and in our motion papers. And whether or not you agree or not with those interpretations, that is what is protected by the Constitution. So and for them to try to punish us for engaging in that, we would assert is, it goes against the spirit and the letter of the Constitution.
Which, again, the Constitution has been trampled on so much in the past couple of years, especially during COVID. And we will, like the pro-vaccine.
He has a knack of bringing everything, no matter what, back to COVID. I don't.
Well, because I would say the world. Well, we're talking about it now. I would say this is a direct offshoot of that.
Don't ban me from your town square on Facebook, Gino. I'm just.
I shan't.
You.
But I've said this, and I yet to find someone who disagrees. The world changed more after COVID than it did after 9/11.
Well, to be fair, Gino, I will say this. I understand that people felt we have to save lives here. And if there's misinformation, and by the way, the funny thing is the left used to be the anti-vaccine side, the Jenny McCarthy's and whatnot. And whereas, and today those political realms have changed. I have no problem with questioning, with debating, with arguing, or even disagreeing.
I have no problem with any of that. I don't have a problem with the vaccine either. I'm pro-vaccine. Get it. Have it available. I'm anti-mandates. I think anyone who believes in that aforementioned, I can't think of it. Oh, yeah, Constitution would agree.
Yeah, no, and I completely agree. And what I think is important here is it's very difficult to stand up to this. And for example, in my situation, I'm standing up against a very powerful law firm. I'm standing up against a powerful political machine. and I'm a nobody. Just to be fair, I'm not. I've never been in elected office. I'm not a celebrity, although
You
know
are
this is
You are now.
Yeah, you are now. Say hello to 38 people, my friend. But I couldn't agree more. And if I think what you're saying is what I said earlier about YouTube, what I said earlier about what I was saying just now about the Constitution and stuff. They really started to the verb bully people. That's what I think is happening. You're saying is happening to you. You got the biggest law firm in New Jersey. You just want to get back in a YouTube group, and they're like, nah. And
Facebook, Gene, Facebook.
Thank you, Facebook group. I'm making it about me and YouTube, and they bully you, and they make it so difficult for the common man. The very thing the Constitution, tries to equalize, because again, the government works for us. Even though they seem to look at us like, how dare you ask us a question? And that's what they do. Like, well, let's just throw a giant law firm at Alan and his wife and they'll back down. And when you don't, they're like, all right, well, now we'll just be a pain in their fucking, excuse my French.
I don't mind that they use a law firm, that's very powerful or very litigious or very aggressive in defending the suit. That's fine. I will argue the constitutional issues. I'll argue the facts. I'll argue the law. What they did is they countersued my wife and I, and to seek damages. And we think that's a brazen effort to silence and punish us just for engaging. And remember, the First Amendment, there's two guarantees. Well, there's a few, but two of the guarantees. One is free speech, and second is the right to petition the government. And there's a misrepresentation. It doesn't mean I'm going to the government and saying, hey, government, stop this. What I did was I went to court in order to protect my civil liberties. And what they're trying to do, they don't like that. So we're going to punish Mr. Levy and his wife for engaging in that petitioning activity.
And thank you for saying it more eloquently, but that's what I meant by bullying. Right. You said it much better, much more intelligently, but it's simply put, they're bullying you. And you just want to be treated like the Constitution ensures you should be treated as an American citizen. And they're like, well, back to what you said. They're like, well, you know what we're going to do? We're just going to make it very difficult for him. And a lot of people can't compete. They throw so many am I right? Like a guy with lesser money, lesser access, they would not be able to keep coming back to all this. So thank you for fighting the good fight, Alan.
And again, I realize that people might think, oh, someone's complaining about getting kicked off a Facebook group. Grow up, Alan. Move on with it.
I don't think you were complaining about that.
That is a fair point, and I address that with people. And it's one thing, or they complain, so you don't want people to be even allowed to moderate or administer their group. Or if I have a group that is needlepoint in my town, that means I can't kick anyone out. And the answer is no to all of that. What it is if you're going to hold yourself out as a public square, you're going to invite people to come in and talk about issues and disagreement. And what you can't do is then have, all right, I don't like what you're saying, you are gone. And if your group is not a public square, for example, there's a Rahway Republican group, there's a Rahway Democratic group. They don't have to keep in people of the opposite party of those groups. If you're coming in to say, well, vote Republican in the Democratic group, you're gone. That's not what we're talking about here. And if you have a needlepoint group and somebody starts talking about other politics or they're not, getting along with people, yes, you have every right to manage that group.
You're trying to needlepoint and they come in trying to knit. Fine. Like, get out of here. You're right. I mean, that's well within their right.
Look, I've said it countless times. I don't have time for knitters in my group.
Oh, Eugene.
What? That's the old joke. What's her name was doing?
I get it. We get it.
Yeah, there's a whole group of knitters. Honest to God. So go on.
And that's where we are right now. And I'm so proud. I'm so happy that the ACLU has intervened and said, essentially, it's not a very complicated. It's not a very complicated argument, but essentially that that people have a right to engage in speech. People have a right to engage in petitioning activity without being punished.
You explained it very well.
Yeah, you
And
did. And I'll say it again.
I'm glad you're standing up for yourself and
Thank
on
you.
behalf of your wife. I think that's really cool. Is there a part of you that's like, is this actually, I'm sort of wondering, is this fun for you to like be like, you know what? I know I could just let this go probably, but you know what? Fuck that. I have the time. I'm gonna, go after this. Or is it like, or is it
Look,
more frustrating? Yeah.
And I told Anthony this last night, that I won't deny that there was a little personal animus, or I was angry when this happened.
Yeah.
But when I saw, the law on this subject, I'm like, you know what? This is brazenly unconstitutional. You know
Yep.
what? I can either accept it and just move on, which is fine, or I could take a stand for a constitutional
Good for you.
provision.
Good for you.
So,
That's neither Democrat nor Republican. That's
Right.
just that's what it is. Yeah.
but
Cool.
now that I think, at least from the provision of expanding these rights to the online setting as opposed to just the brick and mortar, I think is a very important thing to do. And I think
now more than ever.
But again, right now, all of those arguments are not even at issue. The portion of my original lawsuits kind of stayed while we're handled this appeal on the counterclaim, on the anti-slap counterclaim, where they're trying to punish my wife and I just for objecting to a potential conflict of interest. And we raised those arguments. And that's the and again, if we lose, we lose on those arguments. That's fine. There's always a winner and a loser whenever a court makes a decision. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a violation or you've engaged in malicious abuse of process or you've made a frivolous argument. You've simply expressed your opinion. I think you did something. I think you hurt me, or you committed some kind of tort or something. That's just the nature of fair comment in speech. People may not like it. People may have their feelings hurt, but that's still protected by the Constitution. And, as you said, lots of people say terrible things about Donald Trump. People say terrible things about Joe Biden. Everybody says war criminal or, violates crimes against humanity. Okay, that's an opinion. And, it doesn't necessarily mean, and what America was founded on was the right to say those things in a free and open society. And let people decide whether or not you're crazy, you're out of your mind for saying those things, or you're just wrong.
Is it fair to say that I shouldn't say fair to say, I'm curious as to your opinion, Alan, when what they do is the bullying, as I said it, like this court case, the more it drags on, the more people are lazy and they're like, well, they think you lost the case because it's still going on, and you won the case, and now they drag it through the courts, and they have all these bigger, higher powers slowing the case down. So if you didn't win, which you haven't yet, and you should, from what I'm hearing, at least I'm rooting for you, then in the optics of it are you lost. It's the same thing with the January 6th stuff. Let's put everyone in jail and not get to it and have hearings where the right isn't even represented. And oh my God, then obviously they're all guilty, even though it was an attack on free speech. And I'll say it, COVID lets just make sure that let's introduce the word anti-vax. What does that mean? That means if you're not vaccinated, you walk outside and say, are you vaccinated? I hate you, which didn't happen, but no one is addressing them saying anti-vax. And why are all of these things? Because what they want to do now is divide us. Social media is the main tool. The top of it, thank God Elon Musk, whether you like him or not now, bought X, or right now we'd be listening to Kamala babble. So again, it's the higher powers that want to divide us, and they always want to make the little man look bad. I'm sorry. I shouldn't even say look bad. They want to remind him that he's the little man. They want to remind him that we have more power than you. And sure, the wheels of justice grind slowly and finely, but more slowly than ever.
Look, I've been a litigator for over 25 years. And yes, litigation is interminably slow.
Yep.
And it's unfortunate. It's a byproduct of the system because it also tries to have fairness, and everybody gets the chance to have their arguments, present all their evidence, and it takes a long time to finish it. And like I said, it's very frustrating for people. And in this case, I'm a client as well. So I'm a party in addition to being the attorney. So very often when I had to tell my clients, when are we going to get a ruling on this question?
Yeah.
It could be 6 days. It could be 6 weeks. It could be 6 months. It could be 6 years. I wish I could give you an answer to that question, but and no matter how much you say, hey, try to be patient in it, I also know how difficult it is to be patient.
Didn't the Constitution say something about a fair and speedy trial? I think
Well,
we've kind of lost sight of that.
And again, that's obviously if you're facing criminal charges, but in the civil courts, oh boy, it can go very slowly. And again, we're in the place we should be right now.
Good.
We're arguing our appeal. We presented the legal arguments. We should be having an oral argument in front of the appellate court, hopefully in a month or 2 months.
Oh, I've had those with my wife.
And then we hopefully will get a decision handed down hopefully within the next 6 months. It could be sooner, could be longer.
See, that's so frustrating. Again, and I'll make it about me. That's me talking to the YouTube people today. They're like, well, you should have an answer in a month. It says on the picture, like it's been 6 months. They're like, well, they kept saying, I'm like, the fact that you're giving me standardized responses, which is, I'm sure you're getting to some extent. It's like, it insults the intelligence because, again, the phrase, there's no other way to put it other than they're jerking us around. Okay, the people in power are like, all right, even though you're right, doesn't mean I'm not going to make you wait and work for it. And it's just, it's sad. And something's, and until something is done to take their power away, we're going to have to enjoy the little victories. So in 6 months, let's even visualize 3. What is the optimal outcome for you?
Well, the optimal outcome is the appellate court says that the counterclaim should have been dismissed and pursuant to the anti-SLAPP statute, and the defendants who filed that counterclaim are obligated to pay our attorney's fees. That's right. The optimal result. The problem then we go back to arguing our original case regarding the Facebook group, and I guess one of the things about why, and like I said, there's 2 separate lawsuits. There's the dispute between myself and the administrators of a Facebook group, and I understand some people may not care about that, and that's what I was saying earlier. Hey, Alan, you got kicked off a Facebook group. Deal with it. But what happened in the counterclaim was, and I honestly did not prepare for this. I did not expect this, that I would get this world of hurt coming down from me from really powerful attorneys and politicians, people who, run the Broadway Democratic machine, and that they would try to respond, not by trying to get my case thrown out, but by trying to hurt my wife and I, and trying to seek damages against us. I honestly did not foresee that level of consequences and responses against me, or to try to punish me for that. And boy, that was a life lesson learned. But fortunately, I believe the law is on our side, the anti-SLAPP law, the Constitution of both the United States and the state of New Jersey. And we're going to present those arguments to the court, and hopefully the court will agree with us.
Yeah. And again, am I wrong to think that, again, the optimal outcome is to get back to the very first lawsuit that it started with before they piled on all this stuff and threatened you with an actual lawsuit, where they could take, I guess, money from you, and that's a sin.
And I think it broke it invoked the Streisand effect.
Yeah.
By doing that, they actually made my silly little lawsuit about a Facebook group getting kicked off a Facebook group.
It makes more people pay attention to it. Absolutely.
And that's why the ACLU stepped in to address those issues, that people do have the right to criticize government. People do have the right to petition for their rights in court of law without the threat of being punished merely for objecting to a conflict of interest and the application of attorney ethics rules. And that we get to go before a court and say, you know what, we think that there's a conflict of interest and that the attorney ethics rules require that a disqualification happen. And I get that people don't like having motions filed against them, but look, a lot of judges don't like having to deal with motions, but that's how the law works. That's how litigation works. You try to get a decision from the court.
Yep, it's true.
Well, Alan, we wish you luck in that. Is there anything we can do?
I'm going to keep my eye on this case and talk about it every single time I see an update on my show because it is riveting. There you go.
Well, I do appreciate that. And, and one of the good things is there is no discussion about this case on Rahway Community Voice. I can assure you of that. Now, because a lot of people say, hey, somebody posted a link to your article about, the ACLU. Gone. It was in minutes.
Oh, immediately. They just took it right out. My God, those
totally
tyrants.
But what the funny thing is, there is so much discussion everywhere else about Rahway politicians, Rahway activists, everywhere else they're discussing. So
if my Facebook weren't taken over by a Vietnamese woman like 3 years ago, I would try and join this Facebook group and let you know what was going on.
Speaking of which, I'm still waiting. There's a deposed Nigerian prince who owes me money. Have you heard?
Exactly.
This guy gets it. I love this guy.
I always make that joke whenever with whoever the new IT guy is where I work. And I did have one recently where the IT guy didn't get the joke.
He's like, what do you mean?
He's probably a really good IT guy. He has no sense of humor. He's all business.
Exactly. It's like, no.
The deposed Nigerian prince who owes me money.
Like, what do you mean?
So but again, to just finish up my point about the Streisand effect, if their goal was to silence us and to not have any discussion about it, then I can tell you right now, they lost already. I've already won that battle because it's basically we have an election coming up. The mayor and 3 city council seats are up in November, and I guarantee you that the Constitution and civil liberties and free speech is going to be, if not already, is going to be the major campaign issue. And from that perspective, we have already won.
Wow. And I should definitely have him come back in a couple of months because my brother, he lives in New Jersey, around there, Tabernacle. And he was a history teacher and a civics teacher. He was a vice principal after that, retired now. But I do a weekly political show with him, which is much like this. He's intelligent like you, and I make stupid jokes. But, I mentioned this to him when we did our show yesterday. And, he was very interested in it as well, because it's crazy what's going on. New Jersey is just as, and I'm sorry because I'm conservative, it's just as blue in a bad way as New York is. And you cannot convince me they didn't use the exact same strategy I believe was used in the 2020 presidential election in your very recent, gubernatorial election. It just seems like in the middle of the night that Mickey Sherrill got a lot of votes. And wow, she really killed with the mail-in votes. In fact, for some reason, despite the past, I believe it's 70 years, there being 15, I believe it was 1.5 million votes, or just 2 million votes this year. Just 2 million mail-in votes. It's weird. But thank God the entire 500,000 went to Jackie Sherrill. Your thoughts on that, sir?
Mikey Sherrill.
Mikey, thank you.
I get a lot of disagreement. Like, I think Joe Biden won the 2020 election. Yes, if you want to talk about election irregularities, that's fine. If you want to talk about things that conspiracy theories or whether or not certain things happen in certain states, by all means, have at it. And I do not think the government has any right to criminalize your opinion or views on if you thought Trump really won or the election was stolen. If you want to say the 2020 election was stolen, if you want to say the 2024 election was stolen,
everyone always has.
I think I don't think any of the facts support those arguments. But the government should have no business criminalizing those.
What do you
kinds
think
of-
about the?
Way to
I
bring it
couldn't agree
full
more.
circle,
And
yeah.
politicians since the beginning of time.
Oh,
Why is my phone dying?
you're
Oh, because my
Your
camera's not
battery's
plugged in.
low.
Put it on you and talk to him.
Camera's not plugged
Yeah, I
in.
didn't.
It's a
When we
quick
came back
fix.
from vacation, talk to him.
He said, "Why is my phone
Obama
dying?"
got to me, Keanu.
You know what? That was probably Biden's fault. He'll blame it on him, I assume, or the
That's on
vaccine.
Obama or
But
Trump.
no, I agree. Way to bring it full circle, because yeah, if he wants to say that, I tend to disagree as well. But he should be able to
Absolutely.
say it.
And
Yeah.
Well, I mean, countless people. You could see clips of Pelosi saying it. You could see clips of Hillary Clinton saying it. Like everyone's always said it. We all agree on this. We all agree, and I don't care if you believe me. When
I don't think
I
Alan
believe it
and
was,
I
I believe it was stolen. I believe it's
No,
a statistical
I tend to
improbability.
believe
But if you
that-
don't believe me, that's fine. But you can't criminalize Trump for it. Like we're all agreeing.
Right.
I'll finish up on this, but I tend to believe that whenever my favorite part of election night is the concession speech, because it's
Yeah.
always the same. I just
Is the
received
what?
a
I'm
call
sorry, the
from
what?
Senator
The
so and
concession
so.
speech.
Oh, go on. I'm sorry. Yeah.
You get the booze. I just received the call from so and so. No. Now's not the time. Now's
I
the
love
time to come
this.
together and we will work with the transition, all that. But then the next part of it is, and we will circle the wagon. We will analyze what happened on this election, and we will fight harder.
Yeah.
And
Next
we
time.
will work on, trying to win in the next election. That's
Yeah.
how democracy works.
Yep.
When you say the other side cheated,
I agree.
what
I
you're
tend to
saying
agree
is
with
they're
you
not
here.
the legitimate rulers. They're
Right.
not
Okay,
the
and you can
legitimate
make that
rulers.
argument. First of all, I love what you're saying, and I think it
Yeah.
points something out because first of all, thank God we got back to having the election decided that night, because that's another reason I'm curious about the Biden win. But regardless, I couldn't agree more with that. Okay, and Hillary Clinton didn't do that. Okay, and in
Well,
2020,
yeah.
Trump couldn't do that, even if he wanted to.
Actually, Hillary didn't even. She wouldn't even come out.
Yeah,
as
she
the-
was so
she
drunk,
didn't
I
even
heard.
do-
But the attack both. Oh, sorry, baby. Were you done? I'm so sorry.
No, I'm done. Yeah.
But to attack both sides and just say, God, the way you put it is so succinct. It is a beautiful part of democracy. It's like, look, we lost, you win. We're going to try harder. We're going to, we're going to facilitate the transition of power. You didn't get that in 2016.
This is
You
why
didn't
I-
get that in 2020.
This
You
is
know,
kind of why I hate both sides. Hillary wouldn't come out and even make.
I heard she was hammered. Did
Listen,
anyone else hear that?
Trump said, "In my brain, we did win."
Yeah,
That is not.
you're
That's
right.
not. I think both sides. I'm like, you're both fucking.
And
idiots.
both of us,
Yeah.
both of those instances rob us of the exact thing you said, which I think
Which
is
should
brilliant,
be
Alan.
said.
I think
Yeah, it's
I think
true.
it's not just brilliant. Maybe that's not even the right word. It's brilliant that you point that out, but it's just it's a part of democracy. It's why you sit at this country, and it would help you respect the opponent going in. It would make for a smoother transition. Like, look, Hillary lost. Look, Trump said you got
There's
me.
an old term from British Parliament called loyal opposition. When the side that lost the Parliament election, they're still members of Parliament. So the Democrats in Congress or in the Senate, they're still part of the government. They're just
Right.
in the minority. What by loyal opposition means, okay, we lost the election, but we are not organizing a coup. We are not getting weapons in order to defeat the other side and get them out of office. We will be part of the government. We will criticize them. We will call them names. We will do everything we can to try to stop their agenda, but we will be loyal to the state. We will be loyal to the government, while we will be fiercely opposing them. And I think both sides really need to learn that lesson again. And my hope
They
is
need to be reminded. Yeah.
this is just
Yeah.
a cyclical time in our politics where it's not that they're our opposition, they're the adversary, that they're the enemy and they want to kill us. They want to destroy America, or they want to destroy the town of Rahway. And it's like, no, we just disagree. And let's just talk about the issues. And if you think I'm a fool, if you think I'm wrong about my opinion, then just say so. And if you win the election,
I say it to my husband all the time.
Right here, I can hear you, hon.
Absolutely.
I can hear you.
So I want to thank you for having me on your show, and
Thank you.
I
This was so
hope to be on
interesting.
again in the future. And
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, and I won't tell Anthony you texted me. You had more fun on our show. I won't tell him.
well, at least I got to see you guys. You know, in the way Anthony's studio is, I never really got a chance to see him. But again, like I said, I was always a big fan of O&A. And I know, in fact, Joe Rogan always used to say this, that when he went on the show, that I created my podcast because I liked how people would just come in and just talk about stuff. You know, there were no bits or anything. We just talked about, and look how popular that show is. And trust me, with Joe, I disagree with a lot of his guests and a lot of the things he said. But you know what? He discusses them. And that's the lesson that needs to be learned.
Yeah.
Important to talk.
Like I'm my brain, and just to recap, like not recap, but just to underscore it again, like people can have opinions on either side of the aisle. You can have opinions about the vaccine. You can have opinions about the election. I can show the graph Bob just sent, but the point is there's some things that just, it's a litmus test. And when you say they need to have these concession speeches, or when I miss when they had concession speeches, if that doesn't echo in your brain, you know, regardless of what side of the aisle you're on, that's part of this country. That's like you win. It's like shaking hands after a hockey game. It's something that we've gotten away from, and it's just divided us so much more.
Trump should have did that in 2020.
Hillary should have done that. Trump should have done that. But in defense of Trump, it took a week for them to find all the votes.
I know.
It took a week.
You'll defend him to the end. And
took a week because of that broken pipe.
But
hey, what happened in the year 2000? I'm sure Al Gore wasn't happy with.
That? Bush, and I even remember that.
And
I was in middle school.
As vice president or president of the Senate, he had to oversee the certification of the election. He lost.
Yeah, because of that, because of the hanging Chad. We should all be so lucky to have a hanging Chad in this day and age.
And Al Gore, for whatever you disagree, he did the right thing.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, dude, come back anytime. Keep us posted on this. We will follow it. And I will certainly have you back with my brother in a couple months. But thanks so much, man. And good luck to you and the wife. Good luck with that.
Thank
you. Being married to a crazy person who's a Democrat. I'm kidding.
Oh, quiet.
I'm kidding.
You want to really get back at this Facebook group? Add him to it, and they'll all flee.
All righty. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Alan Levy, everyone. That's good stuff. That was great. I'm telling you, that really was. That, like, when he said that, these are the moments I don't care. You don't have to have a brain in your head. How good was the hanging? Boy, he did not like the knitter bit.
Oh, no. Why?
Terry Smith. I couldn't think of Terry Smith.
I made a cute, adorable joke about, he was talking about a cross point. What is it called?
What's that?
Cross point group. Needlepoint, and I said, yeah, and then a bunch, people that want to knit come in, and you had to crowbar that in. Our adorable little
Keanu is a fellow comedian. I know Chad would disagree. That was seamless. That was. But trust me,
no,
I am not above a good
together.
I am not above a good crowbar, but that was seamless.
It was seamless.
It really was. And did you see me?
Time and place.
I thought we might have lost him. No, we might have lost him on that. And don't get me wrong, I love the guy. I thought he was great.
He was a good.
I thought he made great points. I'll say, and I'm going to steal that. I'm literally like when he goes, yeah, we missed the concession speeches. You need to have people say you got us and hand it over and all that stuff. You gotta. But share screen. Yeah, I didn't want to show him. I didn't want to show him this. I didn't want to show him this, which is called a statistical impossibility. The red is Trump's votes on election night in 2020. The blue is Biden. And the straight line up, if you clip it, it looks like a swastika. I'm sure Chad would be for that. Oh no, Chad didn't do any Nazis in his reign. Chad didn't do any Nazis. Yeah. Two knitters, well, And I love that I was getting Hughesy's up there. Which was Baywatch babe you like the most? Yeah. So again, let me tell you, that guy's barely conservative, in my opinion, or maybe he's not MAGA, which I guess I could be MAGA. But that is good, yeah. But again, this is what this is called, people. I can't put it any more clearly to you. What this is called statistics 101. Okay, that's what this is. That's an impossibility. That is a statistical impossibility. And that line, that straight line, those are all perforated, perfectly clean, identically sized fucking ballots for Biden. But again, you're here to hear about COVID and Chad, not in that order. Yeah, Jerry, that is cheating right there. Gino used to annoy his Italian family at the dinner table. Used to. Yeah. So again, I mean, I'm sorry that Trump couldn't give. Trump could not give Trump couldn't give a concession speech because it took them days to rig the goddamn election. So what are you going to do? You can't do anything when they're doing that. Sorry. That's the way that one went. Sorry about that. All right. Where am I? Am I back? Hey, everybody. It's Gino. How are you guys? The fuck did I just do here? I don't know what I did to my page. Fucked up my page. Let me reload it. I'm still on. I forgot I could do that. So what a weekend. Am I right, people? So again, this is the beauty of what's going on in the world, because the truth, and I'm not just making it about me and Chadley, me and the wife, all these stupid people. The truth is always going to win out. And if you don't get the beauty of the karma, like I said it, like justice, the wheels grind slowly and finely. But if you don't get that they're just the bigger people, I said bigger, I didn't say knitters. And again, that's comedy. That's satire. And everyone say, oh, Gino just, Chad did what Gino did. That doesn't exist. I love that this has come out. And Chad today, the stupidity of his lies. Can you shut that door just because it's more light and I like it that way? Thank you. The stupidity of his lies, it's entertaining. You can't get past how entertaining Chad's stupid lies were. All he ever had to do was say, I'm sorry. All he had to do was say, Gino, I'm sorry. I was just trying to impress the two real comedians. And did you hear his comeback? He's like, I'm a nobody. I'll say, Chad. It's like, you can't cancel me. You're going to take my red Honda? Nobody wants your red Honda.
Self-awareness.
Yeah. No, nobody wants it. Nobody wants your red Honda any more than they want my orange Sonic, any more than they want. What was the? Oh, any more than they want Keanu's sky blue Mini Cooper that she got rid of. Oxygen blue.
And that was a fabulous car.
How many good jokes did we get in, Bob? We had obviously the knitters was the top, right? Oh, Bob, Shepherdini. Yo, did you like the oral arguments? I have those. Oh, God.
Speech. Is it time?
Oh, Albert, how you been, buddy?
I'm well. I just want to congratulate Alan.
Oh, okay. Why?
Because I helped him.
He helped him what? He's in the middle. He's embroiled in like 3 different legal battles.
I helped him draft his suit. And
right. Hey, run us over what the suit was again. Yeah.
I helped Alan.
Hey,
I also I allowed him to borrow my shade of lipstick.
Well, you know what? You're in luck because I'm pretty sure I have a copy of the lawsuit right here. Maybe you can break it down.
Yes, I drafted it.
Yeah. Maybe just,
I drafted it.
Maybe just help us out with a little bit. Here you go.
I love Alan. He's one of my closest friends.
Here we go. Can you see this? Now,
yep. I don't need to. I wrote it.
All right. So let's see what you got here.
Mark J. Rendaza, Esquire. Yep.
Yeah.
I know the guy.
So what do we got here? Tom O'Reilly, blah, blah, blah. The limited partnerships, appellants. Okay. Tell us what I should go. Should I go to the orders and rulings? Relevant procedural history.
Yep.
You know, we'll go to the overview of the UP EPA. Tell them what UP EPA is again, Albert.
Yippee-pitty.
What's
Yay. That? Upper.
Nope.
Peninsula.
No, that's not.
Elephant.
No.
Papa.
What are you
America.
saying? Are you singing?
Upper Peninsula Elephant Papa America, as we call it in the biz of conference.
Right. Okay, here we go.
Yes,
what is the? Oh God, I can't even make out any of this.
Speech.
One cannot bring a lawsuit against a litigation opponent because they filed a motion you do not like. Is that true, Albert?
Absolutely. I helped him draft this.
But Obviously, the Uniform Public Expression Protection Act, which is also known as what, Albert?
Excuse me. Sorry. In the biz, we call it Upper Peninsula Elephant Papa Albert.
Yeah, that sounds like you're in the Air Force, and those are call letters. It's
Upper
right there.
Peninsula Elephant Papa Albert.
Yeah, it says it stands for the Uniform Public Expression Protection Act. UPEPA.
Well, that's the boring version of it.
Tell them why was it. Why don't you tell them why UPEPA was enacted, Albert?
It's to protect citizens from retaliatory lawsuits.
Go on.
No one has ever filed a retaliatory lawsuit on me.
Right.
But I was there for my friend Alan to help him in his retaliatory lawsuit. And in many ways, this is a win for me because I gave him the confidence and the courage to fight back for free speech on Facebook.
Yeah.
And that's what I told him on the phone.
Yeah, really?
He wasn't even going to do this until I encouraged him to with confidence.
Now, Albert,
He wasn't going to do it, but I gave him the confidence.
Yeah. Now, Albert, I don't know if you know this. We were away. Me and the wife were away last week at a wedding.
I was also invited.
Really? They didn't mention you.
Well, they were just so broken up that I couldn't come. But
Right.
I wished Rocco and Zach my best, and I gave them $1 million. So.
Really? Because they didn't. I would have thought they would have mentioned $1 million.
No, I told them not to say anything.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I'm confident enough in our friendship that I didn't need them to announce it or anything. They didn't say anything.
Didn't mention anything.
I told them not to. So, and
That's
that's
weird.
that's what friends do. We have bonds.
By the way,
they
my
trust
friend
it.
Curtis John is here. He had a quick question. He wants to know: is that jizz? Is that Is that old Italian retard jizz on your lips?
Peach?
Is that a no? Is that a not really?
Is there something on my lips? No, silly. He's busting my breers
All right.
again. I love him.
All right,
I
well,
called him earlier. We had a nice chat.
He also said he got a radiator today.
Yep, he told me that when we were chatting on the phone.
Really? Curtis John did.
Yes, he did. He
Got a
always
new
calls
radiator in
me.
his truck today. Water pump last Monday. Clutch the previous Tuesday. New radiator Saturday prior to that. Jesus Christ, Curtis.
Yes, he's working very hard. He always calls me on those long.
Where was he when he called you?
I know I'm not going to dox my best friend.
He's in a truck. He's
Yes.
driving.
You don't need to know where. That's
All right.
between us.
All right. Did he tell you anything?
This
you
is
can
called-
share?
Are you and I bonding?
All right.
We're bonding.
Okie dokie. Okie dokie. All right. Well, that's good stuff. Yes. Yeah, so
I have to go.
What do you got?
Friend.
Oh, by the way. Oh,
No.
where are you going? A lot of free agent moves in the NFL, Albert. Am I right?
Yes.
This is your wheelhouse. So Kenneth Walker, who played for the who? They're in the Super Bowl.
Patriots. The Patriots. Patriots. The Patriots.
I
testing.
knew you'd get it wrong. Nope.
The Seahawks.
That's right.
silly.
The Seahawks. He signed.
Did you know that my best friend Garrett Bradbury was traded to the Chicago Bears?
Yeah. He wasn't.
is the
no,
brother-
he wasn't traded. I think he signed with them
He
as a
signed
free
with them.
agent.
He's actually my best friend Keanu's best friend's boyfriend's
Yeah.
brother.
Who did he
Now
play
he's on
for
the Bears.
before? Who did he play for before the Patriots?
Bears.
Nope. He plays for them now. You must have misheard me. Who
Mm-mm.
did he play for before the Patriots?
Yeah. So silly of you to ask. You know.
I'll give you a hint. It's a team that plays in the same division as the Bears. You remember now. Go on.
Swashbucklers. This is
Nope,
what I
not even
call them.
close. Vikings. Should have got that. Should have got that. It was the
Mm.
Vikings.
Yeah, I'm just busting your rear.
Yeah. Well,
I knew that.
of course, big news because he signed with a team that really needed a running back in
Yes.
the AFC West.
He actually asked me, he said, should I sign with this team? And I said, absolutely do
So
it.
you told him to absolutely sign with who, Albert?
The Bears?
No.
The Breers, as we call them.
Oh, you're talking about Brad. I'm talking
Yeah,
about
keep up. Haha, idiot.
Okay, Chad. I'm talking about Kenneth Walker.
Oh boy, did you just rake in your face?
Well, obviously, he replaced the other.
Boy, that was stupid, wasn't it?
I'm just gonna call him.
That was so dumb.
He signed with the Chiefs.
That was very blue tongue cheetahs. Yes,
He signed with the Chiefs. Okay.
I have friends calling. I do have to go, but it was nice talking to you, best friend.
Okay, but how about that big trade by the Rams?
He got scared.
I could look.
What did I
could
miss?
look at a nervous, excuse me, a confident Albert Breer.
Thank God. Thank God my best friend's boyfriend's brother got traded
Oh,
to the Bears
I
because
can't
that is how I knew that information.
that is so
I mean,
fucking
Greer.
funny. Oh, Levy and Zumach are teamed up on YouTube right now. Get out of town. I fucking love Levy. I went up to Levy at the thing.
Breaking news. So
What do you got, babe? You got to do it right. I'm kidding. What do you got, baby?
Yeah, because I told Clubfoot Snaggletooth jerk face Carl, I said I'd pop on if I could, but 20 minutes into their double point, they were struck.
By
Actually.
who?
I don't know. I guess I don't know. They had only, from what I can tell, played a clip of you and Chad, but John isn't happy. He's tweeting up a storm. Oh boy.
What? This is the problem with Chad. Okay. Like, and God bless Levi. I love him. Like,
I don't know. Would Chad strike them? I don't know.
I'm sure I don't know, but this is the beauty of Levy is like I love him. I started out with him, and even though we have beefs, like people fight, but if they know each other and respect each other, then I bumped into him at the DabbleCon or whatever you want to call it. Said sorry for the shit I get carried away with. I love you, buddy. You know what I mean?
Oh,
that like
Bob.
unlike Chad said, yeah, I got over my skis. I apologize. Hugged it out. His wife Gina looks amazing.
Oh
Bob
my God,
looks
does
great.
she?
Someone said Bob
They
looked
look fabulous.
Someone
They
said
really-
Bob looked a little shorter. I think this is how the YouTube fucks people. Bob looked exactly the same to me.
Shorter.
But I think he looks taller. I think you look taller or shorter depending on how you sit, on YouTube. So they thought Bob was tall. So I don't know. It wasn't a slight. They're like, Bob looks shorter. I'm like, Bob looked great.
Either way, his Da Vinci veneers are fabulous. He has, and Gina floats through the air. She's so damn beautiful.
Well, if you were fucking
Whatever
Bob Levy,
they're
you'd float
doing.
through the air.
Oh,
He's not too pretty. He's three pretty. One of my favorite. Get ready for gigs. Like, I'm not too pretty. I'm three pretty. But what was I saying? Yeah. And that's the difference between a comedian like Bob and Chad, who I'm telling you, Chad made up that lie about me being the mole. I honestly look back. He wanted to impress real comedians like Chad, God forgive me. Got to bite my tongue. Real comedians like Levy and Brennan,
Did you get
and then
Bob?
all he ever had to do was apologize. And he just keeps piling on with the fucking stupid lies. It's pathetic. And what does he do? Oh, I have a drinking problem. Get in line, bitch. Take responsibility for I haven't drank or eaten. Daddy, what time is it? 4:00? Do the math. 24 and another 6. Dude, I'm 40 hours into a 72-hour one.
You did see Bob.
No booze or food. Bob, what?
You did unfolded no envelope, perfectly legal mail, and 7. You saw
What did Bob do?
Gino, you saw Bob's super or whatever Rumble rant. I'm rusty. Oh God.
Oh, you mean there's a Rumble rant?
I'm asking I'm wondering if you saw Bob's before.
No, I only got the 2 Curtis John ones. I'm sorry. Here, I'll take mine out and bring us up to date. I'm sorry, baby.
Oh
you do it.
God.
You do it right. Sorry. Baby, thank you. I didn't know. Baby, I'm talking about Bob Levy and you're talking about BFOP. Oh, I ain't a miracle worker, baby. By that I mean I'm retarded. You can't control plus it for me. Fine. Unfolded, no envelope, perfectly legal mail-in vote 7 days later. Yeah. And again, that guy Alan's great. And he's like, oh, I believe it. Well, you can believe that. And I respect you to believe it. But again, we're getting away from common sense.
So
we're
now
getting away. And that's the problem with Chad. Chad has no common sense. And Chad I have a problem with because Chad's like, well, he's too stupid to realize. You want to know the difference between Bob Levy and Chad? Bob Levy brags about not finishing high school. Brags about it. I shouldn't say brags. Makes it like we do. Like when we do something, like we let you know. Like Bob will tell you that. He's like, yeah,
It
but
would
Bob's a
almost
great comedian.
It would almost be like more bizarre if someone like Bob, and I'm not calling him dumb, I'm calling him like hardcore. If it would be weirder if he was like, yes, I was salutatorian. That wouldn't make sense. Bob is like rough and tumble. Like,
yeah,
it's like,
and
that's,
funny.
yeah.
The difference between Bob and Stuttering John is, I'm sorry, why, Bob? Why does Bob willingly tell you he didn't graduate high school while he's killing all over the country?
Right.
And Stuttering John's like, I have a Mensa IQ, while he's hiding in a basement. And again,
That's
you can get mad at me, John. I'm just saying, kind of interesting. And again,
that said, shall we take a look at what they're talking about?
what they're streaming?
Chad and
no.
Bob.
Whenever I snipe, I suck at it. I don't like what. Let me guess. Chad's in there saying Gino's a liar, trying to get Bobby to like him.
Chad literally was like, I'm going through some personal stuff, and I went to a
No one cares,
party
Chad.
and I drank too much. Okay. So
what? That does. So really, let me tell you, why don't you why don't you go to fucking Godfrey and say, sorry, I'm going through some personal stuff, and my coping mechanism is screaming the N-word and the F-word hatefully at someone. And again, I know I talk over people. Sorry, because I didn't say a peep. I just looked at Chad, the dummy, arrogant, lying idiot that insults everyone's intelligence when he opens his mouth. Oh yeah, Gino was the mole. So this is what he's like. Yeah, he called me again. I will bet Chad $1,000 that he cannot produce a phone record with my phone number on it from that date, Wednesday, Juneteenth. I can produce my phone record. I have it. And there are no calls to Chad. There are no calls to Ken. There are no calls to Ski Mask. And I guarantee Chad will be like, well, you called from a payphone. Well, let's look at your phone records and point out the payphone. Again, Chad won't do that because he lies. And he's like, Gino, just let it go. Let it go. Say you lied, Chad. I'll say it. You lied, Chad. And until you apologize, this isn't going away. You're like, I'll just ignore him. How did ignoring me go yesterday, you fucking dummy?
Now look at him double down. I took the liberty of screen.
What do we got?
Look at this. So this is the show today.
Oh, look at this. What?
Look at this. Listen to him. Listen to how angry this little alcoholic.
He's so insecure and pathetic.
It's only 11 seconds. Watch it.
Obvious. Your parents did not discipline you at all. Your parents should have been beating the shit out of you like Jason Scoop did.
That's today.
Fucking brat. You unfunny, talented whore. And you are a whore. You are a whore, Kiki. You know that.
Okay, now let me ask you something. How does any of this make him funny? Prove he's not a liar? Prove I was the mole? Prove that he's not an idiot? How does any of that? Well, because Keanu's a whore. I don't know if you know that. She should have been hit harder. Chad, you're stupid.
But first he says, my parents should have been beating the shit out of me Jason Scoop did.
Yeah.
What? You want to call me unfunny? You are pathetically unfunny and angry and an alcoholic. Just because you're an alcoholic, you can't use that as an excuse. You're not a good person. I've always said, I'm like, maybe he's troubled, but fuck you, dude. Yep. Get a grip on yourself. Like,
the reason I snapped is people, like, there are receipts. The internet is forever. You could see the text messages between me and Ken when Chad used to literally call me and say, come on. One time he called me and he said, come on Kevin Brennan's show. And I said something and yelled at Kevin and he dropped me and me and Chad were laughing. And then out of the blue, and this is another reason, not only the apology I want, but I'd love an explanation of why he would do that. Why? Because again, you can see it. We were buddies. So if we were buddies, why would he turn on me? And if I was the mole, okay, why would he finally say it then? And again, if I was the mole, then how did he get the information up until that call that went on for 2 months when Chad created TM Zumach? And the answer is obviously Chad lied. The question is no longer why Chad lied. If Chad lied, it's why. Am I right?
Well, because we know why. It's
tell me.
I don't have anything to, dish about to Kevin about, some sort of dirt. So let me come up with something off the top of my head. And now when people support you, which we probably shouldn't even have, After all of the shit he's done, the shit he's emailed like fucking Frank and Chrissy and all the crazy shit he's done, we still went, oh, Chad, but he's kind of troubled. And sometimes he does something funny. And then he acts as if we're insane that, like, well, why do you care if I lied? Because people care when they're blatantly fucking lied about. It's not just let it go. It's like, no, why did you do that? So what? Who cares if I lied? We do. We fucking care. In the scheme of things, no, it doesn't matter. Everybody knows you're a liar. But when people are kind to you, we would expect that you wouldn't lie about Gino. Not you didn't lie about me. It had nothing to do with me. But I don't like my husband being lied about. But no, and then instead of just being like, yeah, you know what, I'm right. It was the same sort of deal as when I fell into a puddle of oil and blamed it on Anthony Cumia. I was just saying something.
Well, that's the
just do that. Like, fine.
The other thing about Chad is he lies about everything. And why should we suddenly? You really have it on me while
Okay,
I'm looking
well,
like
I don't know what you're doing. You were talking. I can't help that you're fumbling around.
I'm looking for the lighter. I'm spinning around. I'm looking at my butt. Something like really.
You were talking.
This is serious.
This is serious.
Oh.
Hello.
Oh God.
Oh, I came to save the show while you were fumbling around.
Yeah, and then I'm back and you show up. Oh, okay. Were you?
My friends are here. Bye.
Were you coming to talk about the free?
Yeah.
Were you coming to talk about the free agent signing by the Miami Dolphins at quarterback?
I texted that to you.
What'd you read the text you sent?
He's gone.
This is the worst sports show in the world.
Thank you, St. Ranger. I got it in Austin.
I love St. Ranger. St. Ranger, we do have to talk about that 9/11 book sometime. We really do. And by the way, speaking of which, Thursday night bonus loads. Friday afternoon, I'm doing Making White, the premiere of Making White with Mr. White.
Wow.
I cannot wait for that. I cannot wait.
My phone is blowing
By
up.
the way, revisiting the La Finca, High Pitch Eric gave me at that festivity. Now, I am on the, and again, I don't know if this is cheating or stupid. I started fasting. I will just say midnight. I can't remember when. But Sunday night, Saturday night. Ate Saturday night. Didn't eat at all or drink yesterday doing the 72-hour fast. And got to make it till should be easy tonight. Very busy. We got this. I got the fucking Comedy Steve class. I think Larry's at Gotham. I should go try and see Larry. Just get my face out there. Do you have anything tonight?
No.
Maybe I'll just hang out with the wife.
My show
this is exactly what I said to the fucking in-laws. I'm like, well, it's like, how's it going? I'm like, I'm really like being married. My problem is I fucking you. I'm like, I just want to sit on the couch with my wife and watch Song Sung Blue. How good was that fucking movie? He needed the money.
So much happened today on my show, Keanu. I didn't get to it today. Song Sung Blue. Fucking Kate Hudson for the fucking Oscar. That was a great movie if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, she plays like a Milwaukee fucking mom. They're a
Neil Diamond tribute experience band, and it's with Hugh Jackman. It's great.
Incredible cast. Michael Imperioli from The Sopranos.
Yep.
Jim Belushi. I always want to say John. Fucking, I always forget the other guy. He had such a thin neck. It was incredible. Such a good fucking movie. I forget what I was saying. Oh, you were talking about Chad. But this is the thing, like
people are giving me intel. Doodle says Kevin Brennan is sending Chad the link right now. They are on Rumble.
Of course, they're sending them.
John Tommy he has tweeted about me about 100 times. The whatever network they were struck. I think they're playing your Chad video, and they're on Rumble. So lots going on. But
I mean, if you don't get that Chad is that stupid people think you're stupid, you know? And by the way, Lucas Levy and Zumach are teamed up on YouTube right now. I just saw that, by the way.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I cannot imagine fucking, you know.
Chad's on his apology tour, but not really, because he's not really apologizing.
Yeah. All he has to do is say, I'm sorry, and he doesn't. Not only does he not say I'm sorry,
Well, that
he-
was a level of Chad. Like now we know. Show us who you really are. I
Yeah.
mean, look at that.
but I mean, he literally doubles down on his and the people that are letting him get away with it. I'll say it again. Thank you.
Yellow boy, yellow boy, yellow boy.
Oh, $5. Let's do a backflip. I'm
That
kidding.
is-
Thank you
You
so
are
much.
such a fucking dick.
I'm a diva. I'm a diva. Go on.
Appreciate
Please,
the
I had
yellow
people throwing
boy.
pens. And by the way, I have best chat in the world. By the way, that I should have the in hot water guy clip that. Fucking me and Pete talking about my dickedness with Dick. I love J Mac.
Your
My
douchebaggery.
cockheadedness with super chats. I'm like, you have to understand, you know. But I didn't mind. Like, you guys are great. I didn't really expect any today, and I mean
No.
this. I mean this is the best compliment. And then I'll read J Mac because when we're talking to a guest, you know, it's like it's an interview, you know, and I
Right.
love doing it. It flew by. I'm gonna be honest. I thought I'd have trouble. Like, I didn't want to talk to him. He's like, I gotta go.
I love
like
that
I
guy.
like, and we kept fucking. He kept bringing up points and fielding. And I told him from the get go. What did I say? I'm like, here's how it's gonna work. You're gonna speak intelligently, and you're gonna field a lot of stupid jokes from me.
That's
And it was
right.
great. J Mac, hey, you know, me and
Now
the boys
don't
at
you feel
plowing.
like a
Oh,
jerk.
I love J Mac. What was the other one? Cream Pine. If you don't know J Mac Cherry, he's a proud cream pine man. He loves cream pine men like me. Hey Gino, me and the boys at Plowing Derriere Farms. I got it already. If I may. J Mac Cherry, thanks for the 5.
Thanks for the 5.
Hey Gino, me and the boys at Plowing Derriere Farms want to give you a shout out. Can you say you love the dudes? Can you say I love the dudes plowing derriere? I love dudes plowing derriere.
Now that is clever.
It's great.
He made it into
I
a
still like
business.
cream pine men better, but the fact that I laughed when I got to the beginning of it, I'm like, I see what you're
Look
doing.
at this, Gino. Now don't you feel like an asshole? Here's an extra $1, jerk.
That's right.
He is a jerk.
You-
And that was one of the funniest ones we ever read. you
I'm sorry
jerk.
I'm acting like someone in a I'm sorry I'm acting like someone in a Chad Zumach rant.
Apologize to him.
J-Mac, I love plowing derriere. Men. What? I love men plowing derriere.
There you go. The nice men at plowing derriere.
I love a
Farm.
nice man plowing derriere.
There
I
you go.
do.
Breer was here.
Yeah. Oh, so as I was saying, tell them who the Dolphins released and who they replaced him with a quarterback.
That's what we say to each other when I go into their locker room
Right.
and congratulate them on their success.
So the Dolphins,
La 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 la.
they say the quarterback Tua.
I
Tua,
just
what-
want to tell Alan, our guest from earlier, that you're welcome. And this is even if he doesn't win, it's a win for him.
the
As
fans
much as
voted
it is
him.
for me.
Fans voted him the best Allen on the show all year.
That's not true. That's not true at all. And it's Albert, not Alan.
They voted him the best Al.
Al,
They
yes,
voted
Al.
him the
I
best
see.
Al on the show.
We're bonding. I
And
see what
he
you were trying to do.
You know he barely beat out Al Firestone.
Oh, Albert Firestone, that's my best friend
I
in the
know.
entire
I
world.
thought Steve Conti was your best friend.
Him too,
Okay.
but Albert Firestone is, my best friend.
So how long was Malik Willis's contract?
Oh, just a couple
What?
years. Couple of years.
Tell him who signed
Did you
a
hear
record.
that Garrett Bradbury's going to the Bears?
Yeah,
I have a
that
close personal relationship with him.
seems to be all you know.
So does Keanu.
It's not necessarily false.
I have to go, but this was a fun bonding session.
Not
Stay
really.
confident.
Every time you come here, I'm a little more confused than when you first showed up. Hey, I forgot to ask him if he's a member of Plowing Derriere.
Those are his best friends.
If he's a Plowing Derriere member.
I love J Mac Jerry. Here's an extra $1, jerk.
Oh, I love him. That's a 6 chat. Like we didn't even show the cat 6. Didn't even show it. So, that's what I was talking about. So I'm 20. I think I'm more than halfway through the fast. I think noon was halfway through.
There you go.
And once today, hopefully today I can get through. But the second day is the toughest. And once you get through day 2, day 3, you're good. You're
First
good.
cut is the deepest.
Yeah, and in support of Chad, I'm not drinking until our show. Ooh, do you have that link? I'll put it up. I'm not drinking till our show. We don't have anything worth drinking for, like anything special, you know? I don't think I'm going to have a drink till March 29th. Let's see if I can get through today. You got to do it one day at a time. I used to have no trouble doing it while the world was shut down, right?
Here.
Yes.
This.
What'd you put up? I guess I should put this cigar down.
Do, beep, beep.
What is it?
Rodney.
Yay! Everything's mislabeled on that. I should get them fixed. Gino and Friends featuring Keanu Thompson, Amanda Gale, and more. Keanu is honored. Amanda is not. I have to send her money from the last one because I finally, I got paid by Mark. Again, that bullshit. I get tired of being right about fucking shysters. By the way, John fucking got paid. I don't know what John got paid, but I'll say it again. We each got $50. Okay. Yeah. I don't know about you. He said he was, and he's a man of his word.
The guy paid.
Mark gave me an extra 100.
Right.
And he said he was sending Keanu an extra 100 when he found out what John did. But it's such bad form to fucking do a show like that, to fucking lie about the fucking outcome. I'm sorry, John. That's how it is. And I'm not mad at you, but I am mad at Johnny McCarthy.
I'm not mad at him,
and it's your show. You should make him make it right. I'm not bothering with him anymore because he went on and lied to you. Johnny McCarthy brought Anthony Cumia on stage.
And then
Johnny McCarthy did that. And then when Mark said, hang out, I'll pay you, he left. And he left. You cannot convince me, I didn't get any money. Here's 50. Go fuck yourself.
He didn't
That's
even,
fucking
he didn't
criminal.
even leave a tip in the green room, apparently. Like,
what's that?
He didn't even leave a tip in the green room. And he jumps off stage. He fucks over the fucking club. And I don't give a fuck what he did up there. Read away if you think that's a fun bit, okay? The first two lines, then I would have thrown it away.
And let me say something about...
Let me finish.
Oh, I'm sorry, babe.
But you stay up there for your fucking allotted time because you fuck the people over. Mark's holding 100 people back, trying to walk up and on their tabs. It shouldn't be up to the fine people at the Shuley Network. I can't believe I'm saying it. To fucking send Mark money for the wait staff. That's insane.
Yeah.
And then you try and drive me home drunk. Pressure me to get in the car with you.
It's my job.
Wasted the next night. Come on, man. I wasn't trying to be mean, but I know you're tweeting up a storm. So go ahead with your bad self.
It's just, the whole Dabbleverse. Like, I got to stop attacking the people, the chatters in there because it's provocative. And I've got to stop expecting people to not act like shit. But when Chad, who's the biggest most lying piece of alcoholic shit in the world, yellow boy.
Well, read EK first.
Because I can't rumble rant a quarter. Oh, you are such a Chad rant word.
Love EK.
I'm torn between looking inward and say looking N-word, but I won't. J-Mac Cherry putting this over $10 total so then I can do a charge back. Is that a thing?
That's what you get, you ungrateful jerk.
You know what? And you and to think I love cream pine men. How was that, J-Mac? How was that, huh? J-Mac, if you do that, I don't know how I'll feel about cream pine men after that. I know how Chad will feel. Great. But this is another thing that Chad said that was just a rambling, ranting lie. And I guess if you're bored, he's like, Gino, why does Gino have a problem with everyone? I can tell you the moment I turned on everyone. I turned on Ray DeVito when he lied. And rather than admit he blew the light and did half an hour, and this has all been since verified by Bob Levy. He's like, no, Gino screamed the N-word and they shut down the show. Another lie that I'm sure people, hey, did you find any footage of me yet doing that? Saying it on stage, let alone screaming it? Keep looking. Because while you're doing, tell you that what, I'll stop every day. This is what I'm going to do. Every day until someone finds that footage of me, I'm going to tweet that clip of Chad to a new comedy club. Because again, once you find that clip of me, it'll be so easy to tweet it to every comedy club, right?
I'll do it until they find my butthole pic that doesn't exist on the internet.
Tell you what, and send me Kiki's butthole picture. Send it to me.
And
until you do send either of those, or Chad sends me his phone bill with the number I called him from every day, I'm tweeting a new comedy club. Ooh, Gino's a snit. I don't give a fuck about your stupidity. I'm doing the comedy world a favor. Okay? So every day until someone finds that clip of me to shut me down. I'll do Jeff Goldblum to do your stuff, to get him. Till you do that, while you look for the clip that doesn't exist. Why do you find the clip from the outdoor venue? I think they taped it when I screamed at Ray's show. Excuse me, the one. Why don't you do that? Because it doesn't exist. So getting back, I turned on Ray when he lied about me. Okay, that's it. I turned on. I turned on Aaron Berg, if you want to call it that, after he threw me against the wall and lied about me talking about his wife and lied about me saying the N-word on stage at the Starboard and screaming it and walking the crowd. I turned on Kevin Brennan when Kevin Brennan would go online and lie about me and my wife and gave fucking Ray DeVito money and furthered his lies. And I've since come back on Kevin Brennan, but we know he's a duplicitous, aged, hack, failed comic who still says, oh, I got the Bed Bath & Beyond stuff. Fucking write a new joke. You're so like, and I love that last night. He's like, I'm doing a comeback tour. You're goddamn right you said that to me. You're goddamn right you needed to. You can go back and watch it. You're goddamn right. It was important that Kevin Brennan let me know, even though I'm not a comic, that he is still a comic because it's important to him. He didn't give a fuck what Chad thinks. I turned on Chad when Chad out of the blue lied about. I turned on Chad when he fucking, stole catalytic converters or fucking shit on Anthony and then forgave him like a fool and then turned on him again when he falsely accused me of being the mole. Anyone else you need to know when I turned on them? I turned temporarily and have since apologized on Bob because I was butthurt that he thought I would ever badmouth his club. There's never a moment where out of the blue I do a Ray and lie about someone for no reason other than to protect the fact that, like Ray, I'm a failed comedian. There's never been a time where I lied about someone, out of the blue like Chad did just to get the attention of comics that are much better than me, and I know it. There's never been a time where I lied about someone giving out. Never. I don't turn on people. I'm stupid, and I fucking get angry when I'm shocked that shitty people act like shit. Is that fair?
Fair.
All those girls I had sex with, it was so gross.
Again, feel free to find that clip of me at the club screaming the N-word, okay? Feel free to find that clip of me turning on Ray before that date for no reason. Feel free to find any clip that I can't be like, well, that happened because of this. Feel free to find the clip of, me and Aaron having the discussion about why we were leaving, about why he said he needed to leave, and then see if you can verify anything in that discussion because it's online. All fucking lies. Again, but I get that you need these lies for the Dabbleverse to get super chats. I don't need you people because I have J Mac Cherry and all the fine cream pine men I love so much.
Absolutely.
Did I say that?
I don't think you said it right, but you tried.
I think I did. Well, I've been so busy with this new group, Plowing Male Derriere. Did I say that right?
Gene, do you
I mean this new group, Fucking Men in the Ass.
Oh my God.
Did I get that wrong?
It's a farm. Fucking Men in the Ass farm.
Plow Derriere Farms.
Gene.
Yes. And I lost my glasses. God damn it. Yes. Do
you remember you called me when I was on the way home from
Do I remember who?
You called me when I was on the way home from the Jersey gig that I did with John.
Yeah.
And you were watching his show and he was speaking so nicely about my act and all that stuff. Do you remember what he said?
No.
You told it to me.
What do you mean? He said you're funny.
He said, I never got to watch her act before, but she's really funny.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, he said that. I'm sorry I don't remember it. I say this all the time. I know you're funny. Like when people say you're funny, I'm like, I know.
Point to what I was saying, but if you don't remember the direct quote, then I wouldn't bring this up. I'll talk about my show.
I'm sorry, baby. I don't. I was half asleep. Remember, I just woken up and I'm like, you're not here. I'm watching John. I apologize.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest. I had a couple cream pine men over. I didn't want to say it, but they show up. My shoes and my glasses.
Should we wrap this up?
God, I didn't even send Frankie the link. I didn't even think of that. We should certainly wrap it up. How long have we been going? Not even that long.
2 hours.
You were great on MLC. I know. And again, I love calling somewhere lost in all this. I'd love to find it. They took it down. Is me calling out Kevin Brennan when he's like, oh, you talked to the cops. Like, Kevin, drop the fucking shit. They called me 9 fucking times. When I hung up and I called the number back and a cop answered, I'm not going to lie to cops. I didn't answer the phone. Kevin, you're a frail old fuck. And I don't mind you being a frail old fuck until you try and fucking, to quote my wife, say it with your chest, homie. I don't answer the phone. I get it.
Brennan has never said anything with his chest.
He's
in
a
his
fuck,
life.
and that's why it's like I like Kevin until he tries to fucking. This is how it's breaking his fucking elderly addled brain, because he'll say, "Oh yeah, you don't answer the phone. You're a bitch, Kevin."
Right. Everybody.
Fucking no one lies to the cops. He wants to play this, and then he pulled the other lie out. What were you going to say? I got back time
First
for
of
this.
all, read this.
Hold on. Hold on. I can't see. God damn it.
Okay.
Gobble gobble. I lost my glasses. Yeah. Oh, it's so good. Only I can't see. Only I don't like Dr. Brown so much because he's an asshole.
I love everyone that.
And then my shoes came off.
Nothing.
What's that, babe?
Just people weighing in on what we should have and would have done in like experiences in our own lives. I love that bit. This is what you should have done. This is how you should have acted in your life. Something that had to do with you. This is what you should have done. And why didn't you do it this way?
That's the Dabbleverse, though, right? Am I learning?
Right. It's like you know better than me, than what I should have done, or how I should have acted, or how I should have handled a situation, or how you should have.
Yeah,
anyway.
that's how Dabble do.
Oh yeah.
And the other thing that got me, Kevin's like, "Oh, you killed someone in your show." I'm going to say this again and again, Kevin. I get that you make money out of it, but I hope you don't respect me, because you'd hate yourself when I look at you like, what a sad, pathetic old man. When he goes, "Oh, you don't answer the phone." You do when cops call you 9 times. Well, you don't tell them anything. Why do I need to lie to a cop?
I'm not lying to a fucking cop.
Yeah. And the other one, you killed. I'm going to say this for the 8 billionth time. And you can swear, no one died because of COVID at the stand-up New York show. Again, this is how they twist me winning into some bullshit. There was a guy who was an In Hot Water fan, and I got to find the episode, who literally died with COVID. And Aaron went to the funeral. That's how badly he wanted to prove me wrong. And when he got there, the guy was being buried in a piano case. I'm kidding, of course. But he was obese. He had asthma. He had diabetes. And there's no way, even if he wanted to go to our show 3 months earlier, he could have. That's a guy that was a huge In Hot Water fan and died. No one came to my comedy show and died. Now, no one came to my roast and died. But I'll tell you, someone did go to a roast and die. Chad Zumach at the roast of Kevin Brennan. Oh. That's the only man to ever go to a roast and die. Clip this. The only man to ever go to someone's roast and die was Chad Zumach.
He passed away on
stage. He passed away on stage because he's a terrible... no, you go. I'm sorry, baby.
Said it. No,
but I mean, there's your line. The only I'm going to tweet it. The only person ever to die at someone's roast was Chad Zumach on stage because he didn't fucking belong. Like, I did that show yesterday. I was very proud. Like, because Chad, I love that Chad said he owned me. And right now, he's fucking crying like a bitch that he's an alcoholic, quitter.
Yeah. Right.
You know, and a man that alleges his stepfather beat him.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. But
Please interrupt me.
You're never going to stop. But
please interrupt me.
Don't give him the credit to saying that he didn't belong there. He absolutely belonged there at that roast, right?
Oh,
he just sucked. I was there. We weren't even dating yet. We might have hooked up a couple times, but we were definitely not dating. And he just fucking, so you want to talk about if that were the time for Chad to shine, it would have been that. But no.
By the way, speaking of which, Chad, in the future, try and use that word shine instead. It might save you a lot of fucking trouble. Curtis John. Chad is doing a comeback tour as well. Well, wait, never mind. It's a come on his back with a torn asshole. He's a cream pine man. I love cream pine men. So again, like, and it's I could debate that. I'm not saying you're wrong, and I get me. He deserved to be there.
Well, because of Kevin, it's Kevin's roast, and that's his father.
But what did he prove? He's not a good comedian. He's not a good crowd worker.
We know that.
And he proved it because he thought just going up in a I Love Neil Brennan t-shirt to whatever music, he'd have the crowd. I mean, we showed that clip. It was hilarious. Like, Gino, Artie used to open for Gino. I mean, Artie Lang had Gino open for Artie. He said that. He was so flop sweating. And if you don't get what owning someone is, it's having receipts. And it's like, I'm not saying I'm a better roaster than Chad, but here's a clip of me and Mike Vecchione on the first roast battle ever. Here's a clip of me roasting Dennis Rodman. I didn't show that. Oh, here's a clip of me roasting Kevin Brennan, and here's a clip of Chad on the same roast. That's how you own someone. But you know, Chad's let it go. Gino's not funny. Keanu's a boy. Why do you reward failure, hackery, and homophobic self-hate? That's Chad with super tips. Why? And there's like, and he literally, this was his comeback for the Kansas. I'm nobody. We'll say Chad. But when you say, Keanu, a comic friend of Kevin, oh, that was the other thing I should, a comic friend of Kevin Brennan deserved to be on that roast. And we were. I was, killed it. Aaron was, killed it. Norton was, killed it. Go on and on. Okay? Patty Rossborough was, killed it. Okay? All of these people. Chad went up, died. And and the other thing I showed was, who's Chad's best comic friend in the world, Keanu?
Albert Breer.
Second best after Albert Breer, comic we hung out with at the other day.
Goddamn, Florentine.
I went to Jim Florentine's TikTok, and he has one clip of his roast from over a decade ago on his page. And it's the guy roasting Jim, and Jim's laughing, and Voss comes up, and the three have a good time. Who's that guy? Is it Chad?
No.
Who is it? This guy.
Oh.
What has two thumbs? What has two thumbs and loves Chad talking about blowjobs? He hit this guy. Okay.
We missed this. Read it.
Well, I didn't say it.
Bob.
Gino watched Jurassic Park with a couple dudes. And yeah, you know why we got there later? We would have watched Armenian Snapper.
God damn it.
It's a zesty movie.
We just watched Jurassic Park for the rehearsal. Bob, sometimes Bob, I have to pay. My dad quotes still one of your super chats to me. What was it? Something is about as being funny as, oh God, who is about as funny as pediatric leukemia? You come in with the very funny ones. I had to get you pay you a compliment. Shall we wrap this up?
To make peace with Gobble Gobble, excuse me, J Mac Cherry, since he gave 10. Oh my God, you ready for this, Keanu? What? Keanu.
What?
The universe provides. To make peace with my boy J Mac Cherry, who gave $10 or $11 worth. But even whether you charge back or not, that's a $10 boy I'm going to wear. And you know what's in the pocket of this vest, Keanu?
Albert Breer, your stupid fucking glasses. Don't ever ask me. I'm asking.
I'm going to keep asking you.
Genuinely, as your wife, I can't hear that sentence ever again. Please.
Well,
if I find your glasses, I put them in your designated stupid idiot tray. So don't ask me, please.
Baby, I'm not. When you said I don't know.
Where are my glasses? You have thousands of pairs of glasses.
Yes, but these are my only prescription. And when you said you didn't know, I didn't go, you do. I said, okay. I'm always going to ask you.
Where are my glasses?
Yes. I'm sorry. I'm going to. I got to start
put
wearing
them in the stupid idiot tray, please.
No. It's easy for you to say.
I love you, but.
No, you're the schmoopus. By the way, I need new glasses. I lost these on the street. Found them, but there's a scratch on them that 99% of the time I can't see, and I'm like, it's fine. But every now and then I can't not see it. I said not see. Whatever happened to douchey Nazi? Where's he been? Oh, so again.
Gobble, gobble, wait before you go off again. Here.
Oh, please. Gino, when I die, probably from cancer, I'm going to put in my will that you come and just shit on everyone there. I'm gonna give Kevin Brennan credit because he's like, if you don't get that the chat, it's like he was watching. Who was he? He was watching Dave, and I'll finish this though. He was watching Dave Juskow, and he's like, the reason I have the chat up is because Dave Juskow stinks. It's like he stinks. I didn't finish it. You got to put it back up. He's like, he stinks, but the chat is hilarious. Do you know when I die? Probably from cancer. Ha ha ha. He gets it. I'm going to put in my will that you just come and shit on everyone there. Make up lies saying the worst things possible when you walk up to people. Yeah, you might want to hire Chad for that. It's incredible just what they're allowed to get away with. And it's not just it's encouraged. In Chad's defense, he has no talent for comedy. He really couldn't be in sales. You know, he's just got nervous flop sweats. So what he does is he has to fucking monetize being a fucking liar that everyone laughs at. And by the way, Chad nailed it. Am I wrong? Chad is at the point now where when he lies, I honestly don't think he expects you to believe it. Am I wrong? He's like, well, they know I lie. He literally has lied about credit card thievery. He's literally lied about
Also,
fucking
when we
Anthony Cumia
actually-
twice.
When we actually took a look at his rap sheet, I didn't know it was that insane.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's long.
Yeah. Well, you know why? Because he's a career criminal and a fucking absolute alcoholic. You know, and he it's never his fault. Like if he took responsibility now for his actions, like he's like, I'm not drinking again. I hope not, Chad. Because if you really did say, wow, I'm sorry I said these terrible things, he's like, I'm fine with Godfrey. Says a lot about Godfrey. He's a forgiving fucking dude. But again, if you're like, yeah, I got so fucked up, I said ridiculous shit, you have to go watch that. He was screaming and jumping out of his chair. But again, he got me. He owned me. I just sat there looking at him, letting him scream. But in his mind, like, quiet. Yeah, you couldn't talk. And I took myself out. And that's where somebody clipped is like, yeah, Chad won. Yeah, Chad won. All right. I'm sure getting a lot of kickback on it.
It was very this.
We were in a sexual and very romantic relationship for a long time.
It was exactly that. Look at your face.
I know, it's glorious.
It's me. It's like I'm that's why I'm like, what is he? I'm looking at Kevin like, what is he? Is he? And I go, and I didn't say you're drunk. I'm like, is he drunk? I go, is he drunk? I'm drunk. Yeah, Chad, you were beyond drunk. Well, if it's free, give me 3.
If it's free, give me 3.
Is that what you said when the cop pulled you over for DUI? Because you have 3 of those. Fucking dummy.
Shall we?
No, we never sent. What time is it?
5:19.
What is it?
5:21.
Did anyone else not know? By the
right,
way,
just
no.
ignore me.
There you go. He's ready. All right, we're gonna bring Frank on for a few minutes and then we'll get out. Is that fair?
Okay.
What was I gonna say? What do you have? You don't have anything, right?
I have a morbid curiosity of going on the whatever show.
Oh, I didn't realize you wanted to do that. All right, let's say hi to Frankie and get out of here, baby. I love it.
Yeah, it's all right. You know,
I just sent Andrew and Shane the link. That does nothing for them. I don't know why he sent it to my friend. I haven't talked to her in years. Can't even remember her name, but I used to, for some reason, I had a weird link left and I'd send it to her. I can't even think of her name. I would send her the link and she'd always like be a day later. She's like, and sorry. It's like, thanks for inviting me on your show. I'm like, sorry.
Hey.
Frank, I sent you the link. Why can't I think of her name? It's going to drive me nuts.
Read these.
I can't think of her name. I should send it.
Read these.
Gino, I'm ready. You got it. All right, hold on. Sorry. Gobble, gobble. Like, ask their name and be... funny this is. Gobble, gobble. Tell me you're laughing hysterically typing this. Or, like, ask their name and be like, my name, you know it. Said terrible things about you. And if they say family, make comment worse. Also, I'll put in my will that they can't remove you. I'm not going to lie to you. I want this to happen, gobble, gobble. I do. I do.
Now do Bob.
Okay. Start booking $1,000 rose funerals. Ex-wives paid a shit on the deceased. Bob, that's a brilliant idea.
That is. That's
Me and Bob were, by the way, this is how confident I am in my sexuality. Me and Bob traded foot pics yesterday.
I love that.
I did too. I didn't have to jerk off all over his, but I did. He's got Fred Flintstone feet like this guy.
That's
right. And
We
while
were
I
in
was
a
shitting,
sexual and very romantic relationship for a long time.
while I was shitting on Chad, he's in the chat just going like, I bet, say we want about Chad. I bet he wears shoes on a plane.
Yeah, you know what? He probably does. Not you, idiot. No.
The fuck yourselves. You're all jerks.
Just give me your shoes. Okay.
Good Lord. What?
Hey,
Who's it?
thank
Frankie
you.
McDonald. We're back.
I'm doing great, Topher. Welcome back to the Hot Water Show. Guess what? I got something to say. I sent you pictures to you.
What'd you send, Frankie?
Pictures to me and my fans.
Oh, where? To my email?
Yes.
All right, Frankie. Hold on. Let me see. Well, how recently did you send them?
That was last week.
Hold on, please, Frank. Oh, last week, Frankie. Hold on. I can do that actually. Hold on. FRA. Frankie McDonald. No, that's not it. Hold on. I'll find it, Frankie. Thank you so much. Buying some time. Frankie, do you wear shoes on a plane?
I never been on the airplane. Period. I'm
You
at
really-
Dooley's right now. I'm wearing my sneakers. White sneakers.
God, everything's got, you got to download. So you were on the H3 podcast, Frankie? Is that what we're
Yes.
looking at?
Yes.
All right. Hold on. What do I have to get rid of? Image file. Oh God, dick pic, not my dick. Oh, download. Hold on. Nope, didn't download. Where is it? Desktop? Frankie, it didn't download. It's got to go away. Frankie, are you messing with me, Frankie? I love Frank. Gino. Where is this?
Who's got the chirp?
It's a video. You sent me a video. I'm sorry. Here you go, Frankie. Try it again. I'm
Frankie.
looking, no wonder. Looking for a video file. Here we go. Thank you for your patience, everyone.
Frankie, you got to check that place's fire alarm.
Good Lord. Okay, Jesus Christ. Is this it, Frankie?
To be able to hear him.
That's it.
Stand by.
Well, I for one am proud.
I can't hear it.
What do you want me to do?
And here he is.
Frankie, nice to meet you, buddy.
Wow.
How are you?
Yay, Frankie.
Getting the word out there.
11:50 p.m. Atlantic, 10:50 p.m. Eastern, 7:50 p.m.
Can you make it louder? Can anyone hear that? I can't hear it. You
He plays
can't?
the bass guitar. He's doing great so far. And weather in Los Angeles is warm outside right now. It's going to turn really hot. And I'm on Joey Allen's show every Thursday night at 11 p.m. Atlantic, 7 p.m. Pacific. Joey Allen is the host of Meteorological Weather Report based in Wales, British Columbia. Brandon Helk and Brooks Alberta.
You're doing great, Frankie.
Killing it, Frankie.
My weather reports. I do my dancing videos and my comedy videos. Lots of females getting pictures of me lately.
True.
Lots of
I have
females.
Wow. So, first of all, what is this book you're holding up, Frankie?
My book is Be Prepared to Find Out Guide to Life, Weather, and Everything. It was written by Sal Soller and for Nimbus. It was published by Nimbus Publishing in Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada.
How exciting is that?
And here's my bobbleheads in the background. Frankie Dow bobbleheads made by National Bobblehead Hall of Fame. The CEO of Bobblehead Hall of Fame is Phil Skylar.
How long is this video, Frankie?
Can you show me a close-up of one of the bobbleheads?
He's ignoring you.
That's the cowboy Frankie Dow bobblehead.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's really good. It looks just like
It was
you.
made by National Bobblehead Hall of Fame, Wisconsin.
Why is that up?
Oh,
I'm
those are
so
the real
sorry,
deal.
guys.
That's the real deal.
Yeah, because you won't stop yourself.
Then they got the Sydney Rip Fest coming up on July.
All right, that's good stuff, Frankie. We got another video.
Oh,
Did
wait,
you send
read
us?
your rumble read first.
What's the
Oh, I
weather
will,
gonna
baby.
be like?
Thank you so much. Hold on. I
What
gotta
about
pause
Nelson
that.
Peabody? Don't know yet. It's supposed to be nice.
What's that?
Rip Fest in Sydney, Nova Scotia on July 10th, July 11th, July 12th, 2026.
Okay.
Can I ask you a question?
How do I fucking? I don't even know.
What
how to
about
get...
Nelson Peabody? I gotta get him here.
Thank you, Frankie. EK Legendary. His Taylor loves you. His name is Waxing That Ass. Can you please say you love him?
I love Max. I love Washington ass.
That was good. Can you say it again? I don't think he heard you.
Albert.
I love Washington ass.
Yeah, that's right. He said that. There you go. That's not a bad one at all. Now, Frankie, here's another picture you sent me. Am I correct? What the fuck? Why won't that shrink? Frankie, here's another picture you sent me, if I may. Hold on. This one, Frankie. Does this look familiar, Frankie? Is it up, baby? You have to remove yours.
Sorry.
It's quite all right. Let me know when it's up.
I'm just, it's not up.
We'll fix it. Frankie, did you send me this video?
And watch me bang it. Throw out your hands, stick out your tush, hands on your hips, give them a push.
No! Oh, God. Fuck. I thought it was a dick.
Not so it's edited all together. It's AI edited.
Now,
that's
fabulous.
I wish I was that skinny. I wish that was real.
Oh, my God. I thought the pink blanket was a dick.
Let's see it again. I'm going to pause it.
If you pause
Tell
it.
me when.
There. Well, no, you went past it. But for a quick moment, and I just look out for you. I just thought, oh, no, please. I'm not fucking.
Nelson did it once by accident. He felt terrible.
No.
All right, Frankie. Well, it's good to be back, man. Maybe I'll stop by tomorrow early or late. I got a show. I'm back at the America First Warehouse, Frankie. How great is that? It's the most patriotic venue in the land, you know.
I wasn't anywhere near there. I'm in Sydney, Nova Scotia, Canada. I'm at Dooley's right now.
No one's. Oh God, I wish it was. How's the weather there? It's beautiful here in New York, Frank.
Beautiful. It's Sydney, Nova Scotia too.
Shoes on, it's fine. Hold on, before we wait, I'm gonna do one more quick plug because I love this picture, and then we don't do that music to leave. I just again, Frankie, I know you're coming to this March 29th, Gino and Friends, featuring Keanu Thompson, Olga Namer, Bronson Jones, and more. That's the page we got to share. Make sure people know we're Rodney's Comedy Club, Frankie. Okay.
Not true.
Frankie, should we
sleep
do
in
the
bed
gathering?
with Gino.
What's that? I'm sorry, baby. You go.
You're gonna sleep in the bed with Gino. You already
Not
said
true.
No, you said you would.
Not true.
That's what Albert Blair texted me. You promised. Now, all right. And you're gonna go do dipshit show, Keanu?
I don't know.
I'm curious. I want to see it. Sizzle chest.
They only go till
Thank-
6, so I hate to rush this.
Oh yeah. Well, all right. Well, let's do the gathering crowds. Frankie, dance us off. You ready? Love this. Hold on. I'm out of practice. Sorry, Frankie. Here we go. Yay. Thank you, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Kevin, before he went gay, Levy, I love him. My boys. They're back tonight at 7. Iconic moment. Bye, everybody.